out what his problem is.
Yeah.
Something. Is he not sleeping? Is he sleeping too much? Is he not sleeping enough? Is he
just grouchy?
Eating Cheetos while trying to drive down the road? Is he stopping to get his Monster and
getting us breakfast?
And he can't quit bumping the gums quick enough to get out of the store? I mean, it is medicated Mike.
Is he having the Fred Flintstone in his poor little car?
Yeah, it's the car. What's up, man? So anyways, what's going on with you this morning?
Not much. I was watching the news a little bit this morning, and there was a story
of a lady who was raising. Okay, sorry.
It was out of Gwinnett County where there's a rooster causing mayhem.
Oh my God! Hey, I am watching this and I'm thinking, why has no one shot the rooster? I would be in trouble because they. And at the end of the report, and I know I just interrupted you, but at the end of the report, the cameraman shows this white fence, and she says, "And we're looking at it now." And I'm thinking, sniper, it's over. Just shoot the damn rooster.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't catch it, shoot it. Pellet gun. Funny. Man, they would lock me up because I would have already taken a pellet gun and I would have already shot the rooster. It had already been. Roaming reporter here today to speak of dead rooster in road. Been trampled. Why does that guy keep putting it in reverse and backing up over it, hitting it again? It's vengeance, I say. It's vengeance.
Yeah, they said they're tired of it cock-a-doodle-doodling at 5 a.m. But
and then there's one guy, of course, he's a beaner, so you probably shouldn't let anything he says matter. But he makes a comment about, well, people trying to sleep at 9 o'clock is kind of silly or something along those lines. And I'm thinking, well, I mean, the first time I heard it, I couldn't understand what he was actually saying. The second time, he's kind of making the point that those are the people complaining. You know what? If I worked nights and was trying to sleep in the morning, that's my right. And you're not supposed to own livestock in city limits and or Gwinnett County in certain areas. So technically, he's probably not even supposed to have the rooster. Well, they already said the rooster's illegal to have. Yes, just for fun.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Long time no talk.
Yes.
They're just sending me creepy text messages throughout my Walmart.
Well, so what had happened was... As I was walking through there, I was laughing at an employee, because I do that. And about the time I laughed at an employee, I thought, holy cow, there goes one now. And that's when I was actually watching you walk away when I text you. That says, I see Walmart people.
So, look, this morning I saw that same news report, and I saw the guy on there. He's like, people were trying to sleep at 9 a.m. in the morning, I guess. But the way the news ended, I thought was funny because I thought this was like a dangerous animal. You see him sort of hiding behind a tree to like.
Yeah, I know.
It's a rooster.
That's all it is. It's a rooster, and they're saying, and every time that and they make it sound like we're chasing like a friggin' lion. And every time you get close to it, it senses you and it flees.
And they've nicknamed it Rodney.
No wonder it runs.
You can tell that no one cares about the debate and who's dropping in and out.
That's right.
Nothing else going in Atlanta right now.
That's right.
There's no house fire shootings because we're having to cover a chicken.
That's right.
Disturbing the peace.
Yeah.
Yes.
You notice they didn't even have animal control out there. They have
code enforcement. I know. And that's why I find it funny. I sent video of dump trucks loaded with Georgia red clay running 70, running 60. And they, in Channel 2, I couldn't even get them to respond. But yet they are chasing a friggin' rooster in Norcross. What could kill small children? Could it be the rooster or could it be all the dump trucks? I can't understand the big media.
And they're saying that they hope a coyote or dog get to the rooster.
Send Dog the bounty hunter. He'll catch it.
the dog's not going to get it. The rooster's too quick, and he'll sense it. That's what they were saying.
Yeah. I'm telling you this, a pellet gun will fix this problem. And it won't be quite as loud as the 22, so you won't have to worry about waking people up. It's done.
And, those roosters, they can get pretty loud. Like the old neighborhood that we lived in, there was a man that lived 2 houses up that had a rooster, and it got out and it came down and it nested in our carport because we had some of the lights, those.
Stephanie, just get to the point.
Anyways, so my sister-in-law that lived 5 houses up every morning would call me and say, "Will you shut that damn rooster up? I can hear it all the way up here."
I can't believe y'all allowed it.
Well, we tried to run it off, but it kept coming back.
G-U-N. It's that simple.
There's that McDonald's there on Salem Road. There's a rooster that's always hanging out on the drive-through there. The huge, big Rhode Island red rooster. Nobody cares about it. I was walking into a hot wing joint off Brown Bridge Road the other day, and there's a rooster that actually walked in the door in front of me.
Wow.
The little World on Wing spot. I'm serious. I was walking I saw this rooster sort of walking across the front sidewalk. And I was like, "Bud, you probably need to go away from here." And I opened the door and he walked in. And
what did the people do? They didn't do anything about him coming in there?
Yeah, they did. They got him out immediately. Like I said, apparently he lives behind the building there with all his hens. So.
I just got somebody saying, obviously the cock's more important this morning.
Yeah, I was going to go there with some of that humor, but I figured I'd get yelled at. So good thing a listener did it.
Look, y'all have a great day.
All right, brother. Thanks for calling in.
Later.
You too. Bye. Yeah, but they named him Rodney. Rodney Rooster.
Hurry up, slowpoke. Is yours Alzheimer's kicking in and you're like driving in circles every morning this week? Shut up and get in your seat. Good Lord.
Are we
every morning this week you've been late? You better be glad that you don't get paid because your pay would be docked.
Okay. Or put a dock out here.
Well, right now we can say your pay could be cocked because you could go to Norcross and get you a rooster.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Let me just word this correctly. And this can sound 1950s as much as you guys want to believe. But when is one man on that street going to get some balls and go down there and choke the chicken?
Get the rowdy Rodney Rooster.
I mean, just go down there with a friggin' baseball bat and just throw it at him if he won't even let you get close enough. You'll hit him eventually, just for fun.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Have y'all? I wanted to call in and let y'all and see if Scottie, since you're the big mouth of Rockdale County, I just wanted to know if y'all heard about this news story that popped across my news feed on Facebook yesterday.
Sorry, I can't get Rodney to shut up.
2 teachers at Shoal Creek Elementary are being recommended for termination after administrators found a 5-year-old child hanging from his belt loop from the chalkboard. Have y'all seen that?
Yeah, man. Go look at this post I shared yesterday because I got accused of not actually giving real news the other day. So go to my page and you'll see that report under the WSB Channel 2's information. And then when you click on that, it will also give you about 7 or 8 more of what's been happening in Rockdale that is also reported by WSB Channel 2.
But the stuff that you've asked them to come help you with, that ain't newsworthy enough.
No,
isn't that all right?
But they'll chase a friggin' rooster.
Well, the rooster's got dollar bills attached to his tail feathers. Didn't you know that?
Oh my God. So anyways.
When I saw that story yesterday, I mean, I hadn't been
can you imagine?
I hadn't been a big fan of this county's school system for quite some time, but that yesterday, that just I have never been. A news story has not made me just completely livid like that was yesterday.
Right. And
When
I agree.
when I saw that come across
Can you
my news
imagine
feed.
what is going on in a teacher's mind when she thinks that she can just pick up a child and do that?
Yeah.
I mean,
I know exactly what's going through her mind.
What in your mind made you think that that was a rational decision?
Oh, I'm going the other way with this.
I mean, if it's your child, that's one thing.
I don't even know.
That's you're the one that's going to pick them up and string them up. But this is somebody else's child, and you're there to educate this child. And what makes it worse is it was reported that this child was a special needs student.
Yes.
That's the part.
Now, if I make a joke, it's just going to.
I hope you feel stupid, Mike.
Shut up, Mike.
Let me ask this. I just got this. Maybe the reason they're not really chasing Rodney very well is maybe because they're upset because he's a transgender cock. He doesn't know what yard he's supposed to be in. That's why he's running around. Well, if Mike, you've been chasing cock for a while. Explain that to me.
If you don't know which yard you're supposed to go in, I thought you were supposed to go back to the yard you were born in.
Well, they finally went after the owner or found the original owner, and he says, "I don't know what happened." You notice they gave a long story about him running around, but it was a real quick ending of the original owner, which means is there other owners? I have no idea.
God,
you know how cock gets around. So I didn't know. Are they trying to say?
Well, I'd have to ask Stephanie about that one.
Oh my God! Wow,
my cock doesn't get around.
Oh, I'm feeling
That's not what I was told.
Oh,
no, the owner of my cock came and got him when he wouldn't go home.
Wow. Okay, guys. Well, on that one,
yeah,
I'm gonna say have a good morning,
yes,
have a good day.
Have a
I'm
good day.
gone.
All right, bye.
Bye bye.
Good.
Somebody just said he is free range cock.
I guess it's better than loose snatch. Not sure what that's got to do with anything. I just thought I'd throw that in there.
Now you're making it sound perverted.
What were you guys doing?
We were talking about the rooster. South Carolina Gamecock.
Let me if
now
it ain't swaying, we ain't playing.
But you actually got perverted when you said the other S word, which is just so dirty of you.
Swaying?
Yeah, that word.
Oh. Here's the point. Did he have an ID card on him or something?
Yeah, he did. He sure did.
He was an illegal.
Here's my thing.
Illegal.
He is. He's illegal.
They said he's illegal. He's a Hispanic cock.
He's the illegal cock.
Why you gotta go Hispanic? There's illegal Japanese
because it's Norcross, and every person they talked to was non-American.
Yeah. Yes.
Non-American.
So here's my question. They say you can't eat chicken. I mean, you can't eat rooster. I almost called the other word. You can't.
Yeah, we walking you down.
I was gonna say
there,
you can't eat gamecock.
Eat more chicken.
But Stephanie got a dent in her chin from it. So what I'm trying to figure out is if they say you can't eat rooster, I guarantee I shoot it, I could eat it. I don't understand why I'm serious. You let the little biatch come up in my yard and there's going to be a pellet gun hanging out the back window.
I think they're real tough, the roosters.
Meat tenderizer.
Yeah, cook it slowly.
They probably don't have big
a 235 65 15 will soften it up. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, it's a gun.
No, that's the tire on your friggin' Blazer.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a gun.
I got a headache. But
R2D2's buddy.
His name isn't Bruce, so he probably doesn't have a big breast disease.
Okay, so you just had to take us there.
Yes.
Look,
segue.
It's before 8, so we got to jump on this really fast.
Yes.
How about Brucette is trying to be in Sports Illustrated and gonna do it nude with the gold medal? Any thoughts?
Yeah, an absolute and complete utter mockery at this point.
Here's what bothers me. Okay. So we've already had this situation where the MMA has had people fighting against them, stating that the girl that wants to fight MMA used to be a dude, but now is a complete transsexual, not a transgender. Everybody remember, transgender is somebody that identifies himself as another sex. Transsexual is somebody that has went through the sexual reassignment surgery. So there is a difference between somebody that wants to be a boy or a girl or someone that legally is a boy or a girl. So you got this girl that used to be a man that wants to fight MMA. And there was a big stink about this. Now, here's what I fear is going to happen when old Brucette does this. Are we going to start having people trying to be in the Olympics? Like, can you imagine a female who used to be a male trying to do the shot put or throw the javelin? They're going to make a big deal out of that. Or the high jump or the long jump, because they're going to try to say that a man's DNA and physical being is stronger than a female's. And even if she identifies as, so it would be, even if she was a man but identifies as a female, God, this is going to get confusing when I say it.
Yeah.
If she used to have man parts and still has man DNA, is she legally able to participate in the female Olympics? Mike?
I think
so. My point is, do you believe that this is going to cause that? Because I got a feeling if you're fixing to put Bruce A in Sports Illustrated holding the medal, it's just to me, it's just like a spinnerbait luring a bass into shallow water. I think it's just going to lure transsexuals to do more sports.
I've never been a fan of, catering to the smallest denominator. How many of these people are we talking about here? I mean,
it doesn't matter. If one tries it, it's going to be all over the news.
Well, no, I'm saying it shouldn't be allowed.
Okay, so you're saying that it's going to strictly go, your DNA states who you are.
Yes.
Okay.
If you feel the need to dress and to act and to have surgery and things of that nature, then so be it. That's your personal.
That's your personal. But so what I'm gathering, because you're not really saying the words, I'm gathering that you're saying in your personal space, your bubble, or the world that you live in, you can be whoever you want to be. But you trying to take your decisions and place it into the Olympics, you're saying is just incorrect. Because the Olympics is based on the best men and the best female.
Yeah, I just don't think we should rewrite the rules to cater to a very small percentage or every single solitary. What if I can't grow hair and I want to be in a long
beard
hair
club?
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I don't get to compete. But in this day and age in our country,
so I should be able to say I can't grow a long beard, so I should be able to compete in the shorter of the beard competitions.
Oh, no.
We should develop its own trophy for my section.
Oh, no, not even that. I think we should get rid of the longer beard competition altogether and make the longer beard guys.
What about the bearded ladies? What are you going to do about Stephanie at that point?
She's not going to be able to compete anymore.
See, Steph, that's just not right.
And then what will happen is
you should sue because you feel that your feelings have been disgraced and hurt.
What about all those people that work in the carnivals, like all 7 of them, that work in all the carnivals in all the world? How about all 12 of them? Yeah. I think we should change the rules for all 12 of those people.
To me, just my opinion, the wussification of America has began where we're trying to please everybody. But the problem is we're trying to be so PC to please this little few that we're pissing off the other.
Mm-hmm.
And that can't work.
Let's make everybody in the Honda Accord happy, and who cares about the 36 people in the bus?
Well, I'll give you an example. On that show, MTV The Challenge, that one guy has a deformed hand. Well, they keep coming up with competitions where he has to grab a rope, and he's complaining, only one-handed.
Why is he on the show then? That should have been considered.
I think we should all other 27 freaking contestants should make it more, conducive for you.
Yes. If you can't be part of something, instead of raising hell, just accept that you can't be part of it.
Yeah, well, the same thing with sexual orientation.
I mean, look, Jacob can't go do a running cross-country marathon like most guys.
But he bitches him on and he tries.
But at the same time, I don't necessarily go play wheelchair basketball.
Right.
And I'm not picking on him strictly as an example because he's part of Just for Fun. It's just strictly as an example.
Oh, I am.
I mean, like you could sit down in all-you-can-eat competition where I couldn't.
Well, you can sit down. You just don't. You won't win.
I just won't win. But should I complain about it?
Yes.
Mike's got an advantage. He should be required to eat
Fact.
40 of those hot dogs, and I should only be required to eat 20. I should have a handicap like golf.
Scotty, I don't think we should have. I don't think this all-you-can-eat contest
It's fair.
should be all you could eat.
Yeah,
I think we should eat healthy.
that's right.
I think we should
All
eat
you can eat
small
lettuce.
portion. Small portion.
That's right.
Whatever.
It's a tofu eating contest.
Here, I'll piss everybody off. If you're different, I think you should die.
Oh, Jesus, don't be so obnoxious.
I can't help it.
But
Everybody else is. Nobody cares about me, Scotty.
They're too busy trying to care about everybody else.
Nobody cares.
Well, if you tried, listen,
don't you say come to work on time.
if you got here on time, we could go over a few things. But my point was going to be, in the world of PC, you are not, it's 8 o'clock, I got to watch it. You're not wussy enough to be in the world of wussy, to be treated like a wussy, to be catered to like a wussy, and be handed an EBT card. You gotta wussy it up a little bit.
Do they? Okay, is ESPN so short-sighted that they're going to try to do this with whatever his name is, to sell a bunch of copies this month?
Yes.
Because next month it's going to tank, right? Maybe it's an all-out. Maybe it's all hands on deck.
I say there should be a
nothing.
transgender Olympics. Just give them their own.
There is. Yeah, I mean, isn't there?
Well, you seem to know so much. Tell me.
Every time I turn around, some unicorns farting glitter in a rainbow. Hell, there's got to be a damn transgender freaking. I don't care. Do you know my sexual? Do you know what I do in the set? Well, that's different. Stephanie, do you know what I do in the bedroom?
Stephanie's like, I'm
Why
not.
are you asking me?
Well, I'm saying because, well, it's rhetorical. I hope the answer is no. And
It is no.
Why are you looking at Scotty?
Why are you looking at me? I don't know.
Scotty, you do know.
Are you asking? Are you looking at me like I'm supposed to continue with your lie and help you cover this
Scotty,
up?
don't deny.
It's not like
Don't
I have a
deny my
video
love.
camera in there watching every movie you make or anything.
Well, duh. That's what the producers are for.
She's the light girl anyway. She's not holding the camera.
She's light.
She holds the flashlight.
Freaking dogs and cats are sleeping together today.
I didn't say bright. I said light.
You're the sharpest tool in the elevator. That
So
doesn't
anyways,
have all the
we need to
cards.
shoot off the commercial.
Damn right we do.
This song is dedicated
To all the women we don't think
to,
we know.
this is dedicated to our new Sports Illustrated centerfold holding her medal. We'll be right back.
Yeah, wish I had a Pepsi.
That Fallon Fox. That's the transgender. I mean, she looks like a woman.
What are you talking about?
That Fallon Fox, the one
Who?
that the MMA fighter.
Oh, you're looking up that
Fallon Fox. Yeah, I was looking at it because Joe Rogan was like, dude, you're a effing man. I don't care if you don't have a anymore. You're a effing man.
What's
Look
the
at
name
your
again?
face. Fallon, Fallon, Fox.
It just.
I mean, she's not bad looking.
Oh yeah. That's what I remember. Look,
is
if
a
you
dude.
yeah, you could take the hair off and see that was one at one time.
It looks like she still has a happy trail. You see it right there?
That
No,
looks like
that's
a dude.
yeah, that's still a dude. I hate it. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, she just had her surgery in 2006. So
Can't she be in a different?
yeah,
Well, they're trying to say now that she's taking the female hormones that she shouldn't have the strength and aggressiveness as the man. But you know, and I know, look, that's a guy. All she'd have to do is like a month or two before the fights, quit taking her female hormone shots.
Mhm.
And then she's back to having rage issues and
A
being more,
penis.
being more of a man.
I just Why don't these folks that are interested in doing have the internal issue? Why don't they start their own?
Well, the question is, could you not fight as a man? No, what I'm saying is, could you not fight as a man and then you decided to do this?
Scroll to your.
Where they've got the legs circled.
No.
That one?
One? Yes. That's a guy, man. Look at that.
Well, it was.
There's a penis.
What are
tucked
they
away.
doing? Comparing the leg size and the one next to it. See where they have the red and the blue? Yeah.
That?
Yeah. So what are they doing? Well, no. She's smaller than the one that.
Yeah, that's probably what they're saying.
Probably what they're saying is that she's not.
Huh.
I don't know. She loves to fight. That's her business, I guess. But
and when they turn around and go, well, there's not that many people in there. I'll never buy another episode of it. Even if they're just freaking entertaining the idea, they'll never get it. The sun. This time of the year, the sun is so bright, so early in the morning. People just cannot drive on that road. I mean, they're in the grass. There's literally a woman that was in. I thought she had an accident, but have an accident. She just couldn't see. Her freaking Jekyll and Onassis glasses weren't blocking the sun. Imagine that. People do know when they buy sunglasses. I just
called to say.
Did you see that picture of the one kid that's like hung up there? Like,
Love you.
Oh, that was.
I
was looking for the.
It just looked like he was having.
Steph, you are an idiot.
We had so much.
She actually was looking for a freaking rooster. Hold on, we got to go back.
I barely heard it.
We got to go back. I can't wait for a disclaimer. So I hit this button. Steph's headphones are sitting on the table. She doesn't have them on, so she barely hears the rooster, right? But the point of this is she starts looking around for looking around the room looking for a rooster, and then she goes, "Oh, that was you." Well, duh.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Golly, Steph.
Good thing you didn't
We've been
make
talking
it.
about a rooster this morning, and you actually think there's one running around in my house? There's a 12 gauge sitting right here. I would have shot it and you by now.
No, I thought maybe Rodney came to visit.
Is that what women are calling it now?
What the hell's wrong with you?
I thought it was outside, because that's what it sounded like. It sounded like it was on the outside of the door.
So it sounded like it was outside?
Yeah, outside.
For real,
What the hell's wrong with you? What would make you in a million years think that?
For real?
Because we live in Rockdale County. Nothing surprises me anymore about this county.
Every day that I think she says something that can't top the other stupid thing that she said,
She
I
does.
get corrected.
So for real,
For real.
There was this woman I used to work with. Used to say
If
that.
you could just go ahead and make sure you do that from now on, that would be great.
Yeah.
Golly.
I feel dumber for just being here.
Well, trust me. Never mind.
I think I should call one of my Hispanic friends today.
Is it Beaner Appreciation Day?
Yeah, Cinco de Mayo, man.
Oh yeah, it is Cinco de Mayo.
How funny is it?
You know what? You used to be alcoholics. Both of you.
How funny is it
Y'all are
that
getting old.
they say we celebrate it more
Yeah.
than they do?
Yep, that's true. They don't like it.
All this is a day that lets people go out and spend money and party. It's almost like, Hallmark making Valentine's Day.
What they say, they say that tonight there'll actually be as many people out as the New Year's Eve deal.
Yes.
And DUIs and all. Just so everyone knows, the public service announcement today was you can expect at least a minimum of $10,000 in fines if you were caught this evening drinking and driving under the legal influence, the legal.
The lingle?
Blah, blah, yeah.
I think you're having a problem with the lingo. The lingo.
Well, I started drinking already. I said, what the heck? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's Cinco de Mayo somewhere.
Y'all taking applications
what
for
Cinco-
smart people.
You know what Cinco
luck,
de Mayo is?
That's the 5th of May. She's grinning. I can see her grin over the mic.
It's when we get together and drink.
Yesterday when I was young.
Hey, could anybody actually carry on that conversation, Steph? Since you said, do you know what Cinco de Mayo is? Does that mean you can actually talk about it? Or did you just say it to see if you could pronounce the name?
Well, a lot of people think that Cinco de Mayo is the Mexicans' Independence Day, Mexico's Independence Day, and it's not. It's actually a celebration to commemorate the triumph of the Mexican army at the Battle of Puebla on May 5th, 1862. This victory occurred over 50 years after Mexico's Independence Day, which is celebrated on September 16th. So that's another day to celebrate. What?
We're laughing because the way you just did that.
How did I do it?
Because you could have said, hey, I'm going to read this right here for anybody that doesn't know what Cinco de Mayo really is. And the way you said it to Mike, like, do you know what it is? And then you go to read the report and it's like, that's not what we expected you were going to do. That was so not what it sounded like you were setting it up to do.
And I think yesterday I was specifically reprimanded for not ringing the bell for changing the subject. Now, I don't have a bell.
No, we were talking about Cinco de Mayo. So I was.
She was on topic. You who has no standard of staying on topic. That was on topic. We were discussing Cinco de Mayo, fool.
On the way out today, I looked at my cat and I said, happy Cinco de Meow.
Oh my God.
You don't have a cat.
He's an idiot. Though.
How do you know I don't have?
He's
You
an
have a
idiot.
rooster. I got a cat.
I don't have a
my
rooster.
I have a
got
transgender
geeses.
friend. I do have a Hispanic friend. Let's call her this morning. That'll be
I
fun.
have Hispanic sister.
Yeah, well, you have a brother that's a sister.
No, I don't.
I'm not going to get into this. I have. You have. I have. You have. What is wrong with you two?
What is right?
Well, there's nothing right about you or her.
You know what? I'm gonna pose naked.
You just do that
with a gold tooth.
You just do that
for ESPN.
And
I'm gonna do a whole
right.
tuck.
No, you need to do gold member. You need to pose that
Okay,
way.
she doesn't have to ring the bell for that. Gold member, really? That's on topic. Oh,
You don't. You said you were gonna pose nude. You don't remember the story
Oh my
yesterday?
God, this idiot! Are you just trying to pick on her because I messed with you about how you don't stay on topic?
When did gold member pose nude?
You said you were going to get a gold tooth to pose nude. She said you should get a gold member. Remember the story of the gang member who tried to hot dip his
stuff
tool with gold? I'm trying to keep. I don't know how to say this properly.
I don't know.
He had to gold plate. He tried to gold plate it.
Why are we talking
Oscar
about
Mayer?
Why are we talking about gang members?
Not gay members, gang members.
I just farted glitter.
Oh, you are so pathetic.
Yeah, I've been farting. Let me tell you. Don't ever do that again.
So what do we got going on?
Well,
I need real stories. I need you to participate.
Okay.
In
Can I
show
make
from now
one
on.
comment about a photo that
Is
was
it changing
posted?
subjects?
Yes. So ding the bell a little bit. It is a news story. But did y'all see that picture of the little kid? Okay, they were talking about the kid that got hung up on the hook, which to me, that just means the teacher's being organized. Because if you think about it,
she was trying to put them away.
yeah, they got
Oh my
cubbies.
God.
Okay, if you cram one in
You're
a cubby,
supposed to shove the backpack in the cubby, not the kid wearing the backpack in the cubby.
see, just bringing it up,
you are an idiot.
You came up with an organizational tool. Okay,
So you're saying she's
kids?
Are you saying she's OCD and she was just trying to hang the backpack
I
up?
think she's
But
freaking.
accidentally forgot to take the kid out of the jacket.
I think she's freaking organizationally sound. Look, think about it. Look,
she
listen.
couldn't hear him while he was at that
Kids.
level, so she brought him up to her level.
Right, the kid
You're
doesn't.
an
The
idiot.
kid doesn't want to be heard like that. Then he needs to speak up. Grab
Oh
a pair.
my God.
Jeez, look. Okay, look. So, how much time is wasted when the kids come in? Okay, put all your stuff in the cubby. Screw it. Put the kid in the cubby.
Oh,
With all the
Jesus
stuff on.
Christ.
When it comes time to eat, guess what you do? You
What do you
drive
just
by. You
throw melons at them? I mean,
no, you just drive by and you hand them their little, and they can eat in the cubby.
oh
Let me
my
tell you
God.
something. All of you guys look at me. Okay, they're all going to be facing you. 'cause
You're an idiot.
If you stuff them in
You
feet
are
first.
an absolute
Would
idiot.
you
That is
listen?
somebody's child.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
You're
So
an
if
idiot.
you stuff somebody in there,
Well,
feet
how would you
first,
feel if they did that to your little granddaughter?
That'd be. Do you know my granddaughter?
I know you. It's
You're
kind
gonna
of scary.
not only are you. You know what? Just use a milk crate. Don't use a freaking cubby because she'll figure out a way to get out the other side.
Oh my
Just use a
God.
milk crate so it's sealed up.
Okay,
little
so
fingers.
could you move on?
Oh,
to,
did you see the picture though? The little kid, he's got his arms out like this, and apparently somebody put him on a hook, and he was just kind of hanging up in there in the classroom, but swinging around. You got to admit that looks like fun. I would do that.
What I do have to admit is that you were funny last week, and now you are a complete jackhole.
You didn't change the subject, Bill.
I'm just trying to keep on topic of. Oh my God, I can't believe
What happened to having fun at school, Scotty?
I can't believe what you find to be funny coming out of your mouth.
What? Okay, so what?
Now I know why people have call and say, "Shut up, Mike." Now I know why people send us hate mail. Now I understand why people say they don't like listening. They hate you.
The man, the myth, the midget.
The what?
I combined it all together because you weren't going to let me finish.
What did you say?
The man, the myth, the legend.
It sounded like you said the
Often-
Medjin.
I did. I said I
Oh.
combined. Are you on the show?
I don't know what
Yeah.
she's doing.
Are you calling in? I said the man, the myth, the legend, often duplicated, but never.
You can't even remember. You're such an idiot.
Well, I said it so fast. Imitated. That's what I was going
You
for.
are an idiot.
I just combined it all together.
So do we actually have anything today?
Okay, I just wanted to say that. I just thought
You just wanted to say what?
I wanted to say that I thought it was a good idea and that the woman was exercising organizational skills. Two, you know what's going to happen? Schools are going away, guys. Mark my words.
What are they?
It's going to go to homeschool. Everything's going to go to homeschool. Because you know what? You're not going to be able to send your kids to school because the curriculum sucks and core math sucks and this sucks and you can't look at my kid. And
You
God
know what?
knows, don't say bully.
Here's what I think. Period. The woman that hung the kid up should be placed in jail. Period. What she did, she needs to go to jail and serve some time. And because I find what she did to be violent,
Mhm.
she could go to prison just like anybody else. It's beat the hell out of somebody.
Why is this an issue? Right? Crime
And I
happened
bet
when we were in
you
school.
there won't be another teacher to ever hang a kid up on a board. You know what? You want to hang something up? We should go hang you in the square from an oak tree.
Here, just to bring a topic to mind, your punishment is you're going to sit in a car seat strapped down for the rest of your natural born life in a excruciating heat.
No. How about this? Just go get a 4-foot tie wrap that they use for air conditions. Tie wrap her or duct tape her arms to her waist. Make her sit in a chair and let all the kids in her room throw stuff at her.
Well, I was making light of the Harris trial. You see what I'm saying? Let's
well, don't make light of something that's
well, you understand. I was bringing.
Yeah,
it
stay on subject. We're talking about a woman that abused a child. Let the children play it back.
Well, I was talking about the punishment.
So how about this? Fred Durst is selling his Hollywood Hills, and they call it the Nookie.
What? Who's?
He did it all for the Nookie.
What's he look like again?
Limp
I can't. Yeah, I know.
So
I just can't
anyway,
picture him real quick.
Frontman Fred Durst is selling it. They said that Durst bought. Holy cow! It's only a 3-bedroom, 3-bath home in 2014 for $1.5 million. Now he's putting it on the market for $1.625. Trying to make a profit.
Hell, that better cover the fees.
But barely. What he's doing is he says at least the moving costs will be covered if he makes a profit. So really, by the time he does his closing cost and his moving fees, he's just selling it for what he's got in it. So.
Now, did y'all hear about the high school that received the marijuana, the 2 pounds of marijuana?
How did we just go from selling a house to that?
Well, I'm just trying to bring up funny news.
Okay, keep going.
Okay. Do we have to ding the bell every time?
No, I just think it's funny. We just keep jumping back and forth. I was trying to take us off the abused child stuff that you were making jokes about. Go for it. What about the pot?
Well, apparently it wasn't 2 pounds of pot. It was a kid. No, get it. Do it. So, okay, one school sent another school 2 pounds of marijuana.
Yeah, there was one school in California sent it to Carver and Carver.
But can you actually say it was a school that sent it, or it just came from the school?
Well, it came from the school.
It came
right,
from
meaning somebody else mailed it. Because how is a school system going to mail another school system?
2 pounds of marijuana.
That's right. What do the principals know each other?
they I love this. They're going to track it down. Well, duh. I mean, that's what they have those little UPC codes on there. Mm-hmm. It's going to get to a certain point of origin, and then nobody's going to.
And then they're not going to be able to figure out anything.
And then kids are going to go, "Yeah, baby, yeah."
That's right.
I doubt it was any of the any of the students. It was probably one of the teachers or something.
Yeah, it's the science teacher.
Yeah, science teacher and science teacher met up on Yahoo groups. You know. Hey man, 420 SpaceX.
You got any weed? Man?
How much for that stinky weed, man? Oh, and I heard yesterday that Germany was even going to make their marijuana laws more lax.
I got somebody saying, "Hell, he finally got a story. Let him go with it."
Whatever. Who was that? Anybody I know?
No, nobody that wants to claim they know you.
Okay, good.
How about Janet Jackson is finally pregnant? And boy, does that sound weird when you say it like that. But they said that she's nearly 50 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Almost 50, nearly 50 is pretty much the same thing.
You got that right.
So yeah, she's on her way to being 50.
Is she married, or is it going to be another marriage?
I don't know for sure. I was trying to scroll back down to it because they're showing her with this guy. So I was trying to go back to it and see if he's her latest. And honestly, I wanted to see if there was any kind of age difference.
Let's continue to demonstrate to our children, having children out of wedlock is a great idea. The wussification and destruction of the world.
Jim Carrey and his 23-year-old rebound. I mean, that is just insane.
Come on.
He's got bigger boobs than she does.
She loves him.
Dude, how old's Jim Carrey now, though?
100.
She loves him. Oh, my God.
It's love, Scotty.
Let's look up Jim Carrey's age. You never...
He's got to be.
You never hook up with anybody that's the same age as your kids.
Oh, my God. Jim Carrey.
I would say.
Is he older than me? I thought he might be.
We're going to look now. Duh.
54. So he's my age.
Born in 1962.
54.
So
he has dated or been in a relationship with almost every co-star, right?
Yeah, he was with Jenny McCarthy for a long time.
And then the redhead I guess she's a redhead from Dumb and Dumber. She's a blonde, but she's truthfully a redhead. She's
Holly something.
Yeah, she's beautiful. Very pretty woman.
Yeah, she played on NCIS for a little bit also.
Did you really?
Yeah.
And how about this? Here's pictures of the new kids on the block, and they all have their little 80s mustache like porn stars.
Oh, good.
How weird is that?
Hey, you want to hear something funny about a porn star mustache? It is funny though.
Okay.
When we first got to Afghanistan, we had a medical unit attached to us called Charlie Med, and Charlie Company is the phonetic alphabet for their company. All the medics grew big, thick porn mustaches.
Why?
Just as a joke.
Okay. Probably kind of like what these guys all did, just as a joke. But it was just funny to see new kids on the block. And the funny thing is would you still call yourself that, or would you call yourselves old guys naked in a shower together?
Yeah, because they were naked in
because
a shower
they're all
together.
in towels, naked in a shower together. And the funny of it all is the gay one is the only one that has a shirt on.
Well, he's definitely not attracted to a bunch of old guys with
So
porn
it's just
mustaches.
funny. How about they're saying the Spice Girls are fixing to go back on a tour? Now, how funny is that?
I really, really, really want my money back.
Anybody else?
Hey, could you scroll
The
back
only
down
one.
now to USA? A friend of mine is the deputy commandant.
What am I going back to?
Okay, I'm sorry, I wrote that wrong. It says US.
Usain
Jesus.
Bolt.
I just couldn't figure out which direction. Keep
Scroll
going.
down.
I scroll down. That's what I was doing when I kept doing
I know,
this.
but I thought that said US Aid, like
Okay.
AID, like the company, the non-government organization that's supporting Middle Eastern countries. I thought they were giving them marijuana.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're now giving away marijuana because there's so much of it.
Yeah, right.
So how about this? They're
Try to
talking about
find
the
some on a
dude,
Friday night.
the chick that claimed to have had 3 boobs, and then they did this thing where she was walking through the airport. And this is several months ago, but they scanned her her luggage, and you could see the 3rd boob, the prosthetic boob, in her luggage. How do you not know about this?
I do. I didn't realize it was detachable.
Yeah, because she kept claiming that they were really her boobs, and she was born that way.
I was
but
wondering, did she just buy a second set and was keeping one
I
for?
don't know, Mike. I don't know. You know, I'm just so I see the name Sophie. I was just trying to tell you what the story was.
Yeah, that's why you stuttered.
That was because I started reading her name.
Had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you are such.
Nothing.
I am not like you, where I just get damn distracted every time I see something.
Nothing to do with the yoga pants.
You're such a goober.
Mhm.
You know, now I understand why people hate you.
I know you say that like every other minute.
I'm beginning to understand it. So look, Joey Lawrence
Wow.
is now doing Chippendales. That's kind of funny.
What is that, the senior edition?
Hey, he doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, I'm surprised that she didn't start screaming. Scroll back up.
Oh
back
my
up.
gosh, did you see that they were Carrot Top and the guy
Yes.
from
Oh, scroll back up for her. No problem.
Well,
If
because
I
that's
said-
funny because they actually kind of do look
No,
alike.
I was
Thundercats
yelling
and
at
Carrot Top
you
look alike?
because I was actually scrolling down, and you're like, no, scroll down. I
I
was
didn't ask
scrolling
you
down.
to stop on that. Why'd you stop on that picture?
Oh, shut it up, Mike. Now I understand.
Stop on that picture.
So Carmen Electra,
is a
I
hot.
wonder what has been said from her about Prince's death, because she had a lot of extremely wild stories about how he kind of kept her captive
Yeah.
in this penthouse that he had her set up living in, and gave her her own security guard / driver. But really what he was a guard that kept her from leaving the property. So she had a direct phone that was like a direct line to Prince's direct line. So it wasn't like you dial numbers. You just pick it up and it called him or what have you. And she's like, she would have to say, hey, I think I'm going to go shopping, blah, 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 blah. I mean, have you ever seen that interview?
I
take that as a no, you haven't ever seen that interview?
I think Prince more than likely did that with all the specific or significant women in his life, didn't he?
That's what
Yeah.
it sounds like. That's why I said it was kind of weird when I heard this.
If you agree to those terms, you agree to those terms, as long as he ain't hurting you.
Yeah,
Hell,
if you're gonna live here and I'm gonna take care of your upkeep, this
Yeah.
is how we're gonna do it.
Plus, Carmen Electra is not known for her, let's say, her
Smarts?
monogamy. So yeah, he probably put somebody on her and said, "Don't leave the house because I know you're going to fall down on someone's woohoo."
No,
Oh, come on.
that
she
was so.
cheated.
This
Oh
is
my
so
God.
before that. That this is when she first got into the world as a
Yeah.
person.
I think he was probably trying to protect us.
How about this? You're seeing the show and a picture of K-Fed jogging. Why are you That's about how big I am now. Actually, he's bigger than me. He's more like Mike's size. But
I don't know. He's jogging for.
Considering the guy used to be the dancer for Britney Spears.
Exactly. Yeah. He used to have a.
You know.
I don't know that's actually.
He was on that celebrity weight loss thing that was on VH1, the Celebrity Boot Camp, where they were trying to lose weight, and he just caused nothing but problems there.
I don't think he's jogging for exercise. I think he's running after the taco delivery truck or something.
Yeah. Why would he have his shirt off running like that?
I don't know. You probably have to ask him that one.
Because what? Because he jumped out of the shower to chase the taco truck?
I know, but he looks like he's got food
because it's Cinco de Mayo.
You don't. Do you run for? I don't. But do you run fitness wise with things in your hands like that? That's kind of crazy.
No.
Oh God, I won't ask any more questions.
When's Duh coming back? We really need Duh to come back.
Soon.
I think Mike needs a vacay.
Let's see. Nearly 200 pounds of marijuana were taken off the streets in Gwinnett County last night.
Let's hear about it.
Sheriff investigators conducting a sting at the Horizon Inn on Dawson Boulevard in Norcross today.
Cool.
Which would have been last night, obviously. But marijuana's not fetching the money it used to.
There's so many other. I mean, I think meth has kind of just destroyed the drug world.
Yeah. And do you think maybe because it's becoming legal, more people are buying it through prescriptions and not as much illegal?
Well, I know that like the strands are being like where you used to could go and get what they called mids real easily on the street.
Please educate us because I am so lost with what you're trying to say here.
I'm like a little kid watching the Grinch stuff.
Yeah, I mean, come on, explain. You must have inside knowledge that we know nothing about, so please explain.
Well, you used to be able to get mids like really cheap on the street.
Hey, look at me.
Allegedly.
No. Good God, listen to you say allegedly. But that means she knows. Here's what I need you to explain. And I'm going to say it slow so you'll understand.
Okay.
None of us have a clue what the front door you're talking about.
Okay.
So when you say mids, we don't know what the word mids mean. I know what mid-rise pants mean to me, but they would come up to your chin. So you need to explain what mids mean because I have no idea.
Okay, like mids is like the lower.
Well, no. Mike, shut up. Let her try to explain this the best.
I'm helping.
No, you're not.
No, you're not helping.
You're making her stutter more because you're putting her on the spot.
No, you have like skunk weed.
Shut up, because that's weird that I even said it like that.
Yeah, you have like skunk weed that is, very bad, and then you have mids.
Oh, Stephanie, we need you to pull over. Apparently, you're having some mids.
And then you have now what they call loud, which that's everywhere, and that's what everybody is wanting to buy. And
hey, can I ask you something? Please say this. Mids is a type.
Yes, it's strands.
And now you're saying loud. So loud is a type. So please say that so that people know what the heck you're talking about.
I thought
not everybody understands. Not everybody even knows what strands of pot is, Stephanie. But of course, you potheads must know.
And then you got the tie.
Damn, Jacob's probably laughing his butt off right now.
Yeah, then you got the tie stick. You got
so what you're describing? Hold on. So what you're describing means. Okay, everybody that's a listener, I'm going to explain what other types of Mary J. Wanda there is. Okay, please continue. I'm trying to make sure everybody gets what you're saying.
I mean, so you have the different types, and a lot of people are getting away from the mids, and they're getting the more expensive ones because you just completely screwed me up with that.
I can't help it. I just had to play the hitting of the bong sound effect.
Not that I know.
Not that you know any of this. So you're not guilty by association.
I have had teenage daughters.
Okay, so
teenagers.
Yeah, you had. So how do you know what they're all turning to now, Stephanie?
Because I still
Do you hear the silence in that? She says I had teenage daughters, but yet she's telling you what the now market is like. Okay, so explain to me
No,
So, because
I
I'm just
plead
gonna have
the
to, I'm
fifth.
gonna have to treat this as a roaming reporter, Stephanie. So, what you're trying to explain to me is the different types, the different flavors, if you will,
yeah, the
about
different
pot.
flavors.
So, you said there used to be mids. What is a mid?
It's like you could get a bag of mid pretty cheap.
What is a mid?
It's
Use
just
it in
like a lower.
sentence.
It's like a lower strand of marijuana.
Okay, meaning it lower.
It doesn't.
You don't get high as
you
much. It
have
has
to
less
smoke more.
THC. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. You have to smoke.
Wouldn't that be called skunk weed back in the day?
Wouldn't
No,
mid
'cause it's
refer
actually
to
better.
middle?
Yeah, would mid be middle grade? And what you're trying to say is
Yes,
cheaper
That's
grade.
what I was saying. That skunk is below mid.
Okay, so low grade is skunk.
Yes.
Know why they call it dope?
Mid is a step above.
Yes.
So we've now gone from a Yugo to a Hyundai.
Yes.
Okay.
And
So
then you
then-
have perp.
Perp. You're all perps if you're buying dope. Please,
Okay, Alex.
just for
Go
fun.
for it.
Hey, let me try to rescue your local pothead there.
Oh my God, Travis, do you see how this is like pulling teeth with needle nose?
Okay. Nowadays, mids is considered what we used to buy as a regular style
What
weed.
y'all used to buy?
Well, yeah, I used to.
Okay, thank you. I don't want you to put no we in this.
We as in all of us from back in the day.
Okay.
And now the loud is considered like the Maui Wowie style, stuff like that.
Okay, wait.
It used to be the expensive stuff back then.
Okay, so I'm lost. So loud now is the Cadillac.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
And
Where
they-
the mid is the Pinto.
Okay. I guess I'm figuring this out.
and it's
For
hard to find.
potheads to be like stoned all the time, how the hell do they even figure this out?
Well, there's no consistency in these two stories, and they live together. You got some of that mid? Nah, man, I got all stonky with it. Where's
That's
Snoop
why I
Dogg
went
at?
to
Who
Bud
let the
Light.
Snoop Dogg out?
You're
Yeah.
an idiot, Mike. You're making this even more worse than
I
it
think
was.
our compressor got stolen. I think you left it somewhere.
Okay, or you trade it for some loud. No, I'm kidding.
I
So-
think you're right.
So
Let's
what
get
we're trying
stoned.
to say is, hell, I done forgot where we were.
Ain't it cool? That's why they call it dope, brother.
I mean, I was trying to tell this. What was the original story about?
A chicken.
Shut up, Mike.
What?
It was the 200 pounds of pot busted in Gwinnett County.
And
Okay, so how did we get to you explaining to us what kind of pot it was?
I didn't know what kind of.
Shut up.
I didn't know what.
How did we get to you explaining pot is what I'm asking you.
yo, Travis.
Because talking about.
Me or her?
Her, y'all, you, it. How did
Hey,
we
she's
get on her explaining to me what kind of pot was what?
Travis, you got any,
I don't know.
paper?
Ask her that. I was just calling in to rescue her.
Okay, well, thank you for calling in. I'll see if I can get her to figure it out.
See you later, Travis.
Thanks.
All right. Well,
All right.
later.
Bye.
All right,
All
man.
right, Stephanie,
Yes.
what led us to this conversation to you explaining what the difference in pot was?
Because Mike was saying something
Oh, crap.
about
I knew it was going to end up being my fault.
weed not being the drug of choice anymore.
Okay,
And stuff
that's
like that.
true. That's good. I needed that savior. So
That's not what I was saying.
no, you were saying that. You had made the comment that weed's not the drug of choice anymore. It's not
No,
like
I said
it
it's
used to be.
not as expensive.
Expensive.
It doesn't, and I was inquiring to why it wasn't that expensive.
Well, if it was expensive, it would probably be more expensive if it was the drug of choice, which is where it led from. So, anywho's,
Did you just say it'd be more expensive if it was more expensive? Because that just seems like Captain Obvious came to play again.
wonder if I legally would get in trouble for punching him.
Well, you could try.
I mean, is there a special charge for hitting a disabled idiot?
Yes.
Okay,
there
so
is.
my point being is apparently since the world of meth has come out and God knows Oxycontin, people aren't getting stoned like they used to. If you notice in our world, used to where everybody was getting drunk, now everybody's drinking Starbucks, getting crunk.
Okay.
So is that the combination that people aren't doing weed like they used to because everybody's getting crazy wide open?
Oh, I gotta do
Yeah,
some,
they wanting to do the
more hardcore drugs, I guess.
yeah, and sniff the bath salts and crap.
I mean, you know,
like
the
that.
Oxycontin's supposed to be like a time release pill, and these guys are chopping them up and snorting them and getting instant like rush.
Oh yeah, like I knew somebody that used to take Xanax and crush them up and roll them in a joint and smoke it.
Yeah.
Man.
And they said that.
And now they were talking about the people putting caffeine and stuff. I mean, come on, man. The powdered caffeine.
Okay.
The world's turned into getting crunk and being able to do more faster.
Maybe this is a misprint or something because this just doesn't seem right. They're saying 185 pounds of marijuana had a street value of $31,000. That's only just now.
I know what today's rates are. Okay, that's what I'm asking you.
Yeah, it was just these last night.
Do a type and say what is the difference in a kilo of 1970 versus a kilo today of pot and see what the difference is.
Well, 31,185 pounds, and we're just, this will give me a unit price. Basically, is basically $170 a pound.
$170 a pound?
Yeah,
there's no way. And that's today's prices?
What it says.
See if you can find last year's prices.
Hold on, I apologize.
Okay,
I apologize. It said 31,000 in cash was seized, but a street value of 100,000. That's still not very much for 185 pounds of weed.
All right, so take your thousands. And
that's about $500 a pound. Is that about right?
I don't know.
Oh, don't look.
Well, you know more than we do.
I've never bought it by the pound. I only know like.
Did you just hear that? She just said, I never purchased it by the pound, which means I have purchased it. Or just not a quantity amount.
Or there's no way in hell I'm going to divide up how much I did buy and multiply it by how much to come up with a pound.
That was hilarious. Exactly. I've never bought that much.
Well, I mean, I was watching a reality show last night, and a trivia question was,
Jacob, you should know. You should know this answer. Please let us know. Alex, you should be able to figure out this answer.
The question was, how many cups are in a gallon? And nobody could get it right. I'm like, Jesus, I'm leaving. And then one question was, who was the president? You follow me here. Who was the president of Wisconsin? And they're all arguing amongst each other who the president was.
And there's 16 cups in a gallon?
Yes.
No, okay.
And do you know who the president of Wisconsin is?
Barack Obama.
Yeah. You should have heard him. This one girl was screaming at him. There's 50 states.
Jacob typed something, but I can't really figure out what that means in English.
He's stoned.
He's either stoned or he's speaking in Espanol.
Put your beer goggles
If you're a knob, it's 1,300 pounds. I don't know what the hell a knob is. Is that
noob?
Is it newbie? I don't
noob.
I'm asking. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Two very different.
I am not a pothead. I do not know classifications.
One is somebody who's.
I don't understand what he's saying.
I don't know dope lingo.
They make it up. It's like Pokemon. A noob in the gaming world.
Now he just typed, I'm laughing my ace off. Well, that's not my answer.
Like you've seen your ace and God knows how long. Yeah, I mean, he's stoned, so whatever it is. Man.
I just need somebody that has any information.
Oh, my God. It would be okay. I don't think freaking DEA is going to come chasing you because you know the difference between mid and skunk.
Please, you keep typing newbie. Give me an idea of what a pound costs, just so we can see the difference.
He said something earlier, 600 a pound, or if you're in tight, 1,300 a pound. I don't know.
Stephanie.
What the hell?
Stephanie, can I just
I was trying to
Captain Obvious, can I point out when I said it didn't make sense, you didn't have to read it out loud for it to not make sense again, because it didn't make sense to begin with.
One of them inverted doves.
Call one of them people you know. I got him going, quit advertising. I'm not advertising. I'm asking you a legit. You're supposed to be a reporter with Just Fun Radio. I'm asking you when you've done your research,
right?
What have you come up with? I'm not saying anything that you know any of this. I'm asking you in your research because we've talked about this before.
Why are these people so paranoid? Y'all are stoned now, aren't you?
They say it makes you paranoid.
Yeah.
Paranoia will destroy you.
Oh my God! Don't.
Oh my God!
Make it no worse.
Seriously, I mean, we're not.
We need to go to a commercial
I
because
mean-
I believe we have just gone too far with making people feel weird at
We
this
are
point.
not in our.
All right, everybody, we'll be right back. It's Just Fun Radio in the morning. This song goes out to this weird conversation.
All right, I found some prices on some marijuana.
It can't be marijuana that you buy off the computer because
I'm not buying it. I swear,
supposedly legal.
I'm not buying it. I'm just looking up prices because apparently.
Remind me to talk about when we get back about Facebook and undercover busting of drug dealers because I will show you now that my brother's.
Did Nancy call you yesterday?
Yeah, I told them.
Okay, so what time are you going to be at the house?
I don't know. I need to meet you at the house or just meet you there.
Okay, well, I didn't know if you wanted to like follow us up there or you know.
Tell me what time to be there. I'll be there. Headphones on. We just kept missing each other, or
Yeah, I finally got with her yesterday too.
kind of like you're a tough woman to get a hold of. Ironically enough, you're calling me. We laughed.
Yeah,
I don't think she believed me on 2 questions.
She said that she was she's specifically going to be there Saturday.
She is.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I don't think
she said
she
she's normally off on Saturday, but she's gonna be
I don't think she believed me about not taking additional drugs, shall we say? I don't think she believed me about not having a tattoo.
You don't have any tattoos. That's what I just said. You don't have any tattoos.
Bar and you don't have any. I'm like, I do not have any tattoos. Ripped down naked for you. Like, no, it's not that. I just got to know. I forgot even what the time span was. But
12
said,
months.
12 months.
Yeah.
I said, I don't have any tattoos. And she's
Talking about
Saturday.
oh,
And Nancy didn't believe that he didn't have any tattoos.
why?
Weird in this day and age, somebody who does not have any tattoos. I think people probably try to lie to her too about it.
Yeah.
You know, I just got that.
Yeah, and she said that said that
Google says it's $1,300 a pound.
Yeah, I got between 8 and 2,000. 800 and 2,000.
said that between now and Saturday not to take any aspirin
Yeah,
or aspirin products.
That was weird. I guess
Yeah.
I guess it thins your blood though.
But I would have thought you wanted your blood thin.
Take it. I said I didn't take it. I usually start in the morning, so I didn't
Well,
take
it probably does kill off the platelets because the platelets is what helps your blood get into plate.
If you want, Doc knows more about that. Dang, man. She when you tell her to research something, she
So she is smart. Yeah.
Not your dog, my dog.
Well, I don't even. Anise ain't part of the show anymore, so I don't refer to her as Doc during the show.
No, my dog.
Yes, that's what we're talking about.
Will you stop being so damn angry?
I said,
Good
so
God,
she's
you're
smart.
grumpy.
Because we can't stay. You need some
It's
ADD
funny
medicine.
shit. Okay, duh. I take it.
This week you have been like a hyped up Pekingese off the leash.
I'm freaking every weekend. Am I different this week?
I don't know how many of the monsters you drank this morning.
I haven't even cracked one open yet.
Man,
Stomach doesn't feel
dangerous.
Guess I'm not have much of a taste. Really dehydrated though.
Yeah, that's not helping to drink that then.
I got 1 pound allowed.
Hang on. Oh, hang on. And we're back. Steph, what would you say?
I have from a listener 1 pound of loud is $1,000 plus. Mid is around 600.
See, who's grading it?
Well, it's not like the Food and Drug Administration's grading it.
Doesn't get a letter grade. Who's A+, dude.
Bobby down on 10th Street is the grader.
Well, I mean, I'll admit, I used to smoke pot when I was
he's a roaming graver. He just goes to each facility and grades you like a FDA chicken inspector. Now look, I just got this where somebody had Googled it. So it's and we're not trying to turn the subject into this. It's just funny that this is where we went with this conversation. So here's a picture. It's a map of the United States. And right here, you can see where it says 1 key of marijuana. And this looks like a weather forecast as far as the colors. And it's saying on the low end, it's 204 a key. On the high end, it's 387 a key. Georgia's 319. South Carolina's 335. North Carolina's 343. Tennessee is 346. California is 242. Washington State's 232. Oregon's 204. New Mexico is what, 243-ish. Texas is 328. Man. Arkansas is 335. Louisiana's 359. So can I even say our national average? It's not legal.
Hey,
so can you call it a national average? It's not legal.
Hey,
but it needs to be.
New York's 305.
Can we hold a meeting after the
Chicago's 330?
A little money I'm willing to invest.
So can you say the national average on illegal drugs?
Yeah, you can say that. I don't understand. $300 for a pound of weed? And then
it's a key. What's the difference in a kilo and a pound?
I guess they
do your foreign exchange.
Kilo is less than a pound.
$2.99 for Cuba.
Okay, so
I mean, I say Cuba from Florida. I might as well call it a little.
How are they selling
$2.94 for Hawaii?
How do they sell? Because see, when I was growing up,
I don't know how they sell it.
You could get a joint, you can get a nickel.
I think this is a hilarious conversation, though.
And then you could get. They didn't sell quarter ounces back then.
I remember when a nickel was a nickel. A nickel was $5.
And about
my
10
boys,
joints.
I remember watching my buddies drive up behind this quick stop off Memorial Drive.
Yeah.
Some people ran in to get the Boone's farm, and the other one took a $5 bill and ran around the corner and got this little bitty manila color envelope.
Yeah, like a jewelry envelope. Yeah.
Somebody'd say, I'm going to get a dime bag. And this was in high school.
Absolutely.
1984, 5.
For some of us.
For some of us. Yeah, your numbers were backwards. Mine's 84, yours is 48.
Man, look, I mean, we used to drive from Stone Mountain all the way down.
Not that I'm condoning pot, y'all. What I'm trying to say though is for the medical reasons, man, I support it because there's so much that can come from just they've already figured out a way how to take the happy giggly part out of it and only use the oil and stuff like that for the kids.
Oh, that'd be the government for you.
I would give it to Ashley in a heartbeat if because of her.
You know what Stephanie would say? Hey, look, man, while you're like separating it and you're taking the giggly and putting it over here and giving her the oil, I need that other part. Don't throw it away because I need that. I need the giggly.
My God, that's the double block.
You know what I mean? If you could send both of those to my house, that would be fine.
Well, yeah, geez.
That falls under this.
Seems like the government.
Yeah.
If
you could just go ahead and make sure you do that from now on, that would be great.
Stephanie would get 2 envelopes, one addressed to her, one addressed to the baby.
Anybody that's receiving the government weed, if you could call in or text in because you're afraid, whatever.
Nobody's going to admit to it.
Well, they're getting it from the government, so they're cool with it. What is it any good? Is the government weed any good? Is the stuff that they're
Nobody's going to talk about it.
What about if you live in Colorado? Is the stuff that they have in the houses that you can get, is it any good? How expensive is it?
I've heard my brother-in-law, and actually somebody else was telling me about this the other day too. But my brother-in-law had to go, he didn't have to go to Colorado, but he took his family to Colorado to go skiing. And he says, man, it's the strangest thing. He says, you know what the Red Cross symbol looks like? He said, there's these green cross symbols everywhere.
Really?
He said, so you keep seeing them, but there's no words. Like if you see the red one, sometimes you'll see the word American Red Cross underneath it, but these green ones have no words. And he says it's unspoken. It's not that it's a secret, just nobody's talking about it. He says it's just everybody knows. that you can go in there and you can smoke or buy a personal amount because it's legal.
Yeah, it has to be a personal amount. It can't be.
But
do we know what those guidelines are?
No.
No.
So, well, y'all both have laptops in front of you.
Well, I'm sitting here thinking because a personal amount.
How about one of you start pulling it up?
A personal amount for me would probably be different than for Steph.
It doesn't matter the legal guidelines.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
So
the point he was making is just so funny because you're just walking down the road and he's like, you see, and being from Georgia, he's like, you see these green crosses everywhere and no names, nobody's talking about it. He said, so finally, dude, he's like, I had the nerve just to finally say, hey,
walk in.
What is that? And somebody says, oh man, that's a smoke friendly. He's like, oh, well, you know, they banned smoke in public in Georgia. He's like, not that kind. Oh,
see, I just thought of that. You can't smoke during dinner a cigarette, but can you smoke weed?
I don't know. I'm just bringing this up for topic. I just thought it was kind of interesting that we led into this, but it's kind of funny.
I heard that Ted Cruz smokes weed. Okay, I made that up.
No, that wouldn't be liable or anything.
I made it up.
In Colorado,
anybody can't take what we're doing here too serious anyways.
Yeah,
you know, I want to say this is a good disclaimer. If you want to raise hell because we're making fun of stuff and we're not giving you the facts that you want, then turn to WSB, go find you some news whatever his name is that retired, Neil, whatever, Neil with a ward on it. Go find him and listen to all his stuff. But we're trying to be stupid, funny, and have a good time.
Or Alex.
In Colorado, if you're an adult 21 years of age or older, you can legally possess 1 ounce of marijuana.
Man, that's a
and
lot
see
of dope.
Here, that's personal. That's not personal. That's considered trafficking.
Yeah, distribution, right?
Yeah. If you get caught with an ounce, that's not personal. Here.
But you will need a government issued identification to prove you are 21 years or older.
A government issue
like a driver's license.
Okay, well, that's what I was fixing to ask is, do they make you? I was fixing to ask that question because it makes you wonder, do you have to have just a driver's license or do you have to be like on a list, like a permitted list? No, because it seems to me that they could make if you want to be a dope smoker, you got to buy a permit, just like owning a gun. If you would like to carry a joint, you got to have a permit. And you know what that does? It makes it legal for you to carry the joint. But do you know what it really does? It puts you on a list.
Yeah. Yeah, it does put you on a list.
And if you want to be a joint holder, then you should be on a list. If I have to be on a list to carry a pistola, listen, let's word it this way. If I tried to carry a 2-shot Derringer, I have to be on a list. If you're going to carry a 1-shot pipe, you should be on a list. I mean, do you not see? Stephanie's just tuned me out.
Oh no,
I think it's funny.
No, I have from a listener that in Colorado you can ask a chef to add THC to your food.
Oh heck yeah!
I want my salad tossed and I want to be high.
Oh my God, you went there. You just jumped right in there, didn't you? Hey, did y'all hear about this?
Well, you just said that you can ask to have it in your salad. Yes, I would like feta sprinkled across the top lightly. Yes, and I would like a little Parmesan. And could you put some strange or maybe some loud on there?
and
put some put some Thai stick on there.
I'm saying, can you imagine?
Maui
Cinco de Mayo. Put a little wine on there too.
Well, I was looking.
You order your fish, you know.
Gross.
Hey, could you sprinkle a little bit of that?
Gross.
I'm ordering the mahi mahi with some Maui Wowie.
Oh,
well, I was looking.
You see that? Could you see that? I want to taste the rainbow. Could you put on some of the?
I want to fart.
Shut up! That's not where I was going, you idiot.
I'm pulling up the Colorado guidelines. It has a couple of pictures of some of the marijuana that they have. One of them is called Girl Scout cookies, and there's another one that's called Sour Diesel.
Well, there you go. Well, now you have it. Talking about having to have a proper ID to smoke marijuana. Did y'all hear that the driver's license plates renewals? They're going to have kiosks now. They're going to have machines where you can just walk up and get your. That's pretty cool. I think we're making good use of that. I don't know why we can't do it over the internet, but
what I was tuned out.
In Henry County, officials earlier this week have unveiled a kiosk that allows vehicle tag renewal. with the swipe of your driver's license and a credit card.
I think that should be incredibly awesome.
Yeah. They tried it with driver's licenses, and I'm being serious, the machines kept getting broken into and stolen. And there was a lot of
because look at how many people that are trying to do that. Yeah. But what I think is as soon as you tried to scan something to do with your car, they already have in there if you've already got your emissions or not. And they already have if you have insurance or not.
Yeah. I think insurance cards have kind of gone to the wayside, haven't they? I haven't printed out an insurance card.
You hear the police tell you that you're still supposed to carry proof of insurance, but then you have everybody that works in the state other than the police officers and also your insurance people that say that you're not required to carry an insurance card anymore because the second they run your tag, it either red lights you to having it or not having it. Well, so, I mean, if you have no insurance, there's the red flag. It just went up. They know to get you. But what the police officers are trying to say is, if you were to get in a car wreck and everything's totaled, blah, 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 it's easier that I could find a card. My problem is if everything's totaled and I'm hurt, you're not going to get a card from me anyways.
Right.
So just run the tag number or the VIN number. Yeah. So it's a catch-22. They prefer you to have the insurance card because if they're doing checks at roadblocks, it's easier to see you produce the insurance card than it is to go back there and run your tag. Yeah. Problem is nowadays, so many people are because you can do so much with a printer now. You can just print bogus insurance cards.
You could, with a 3D printer, you could just print a car.
Oh, shut it up. You ruin everything.
Yeah, because I was going to say, when I went to get my tag last year, or maybe it was this year, I forgot my insurance card. And I was like, oh, crap. When I got up there,
I never take my insurance card.
Well, see,
I don't even know where my insurance stuff is.
Well, I didn't know that you could go ahead and get your tag without having your insurance card. I thought you always had to show it. So, I
haven't printed out an insurance card in 10 years, probably.
Well, I mean, I always have the one that they give me at the insurance place. I keep that one.
I don't keep them. I'll go ahead and tell you I don't keep them. There's no reason anymore.
Boy, doesn't that sound like they're an opportunity for something to get screwed up? Georgia State Patrol going, get out the car.
It doesn't matter. As soon as they run that tag, it should say,
put your hands behind your back. Failure to proof of insurance.
So, hey, well, I know we were going to get off the pot thing, but I wanted to bring this up. I said I was going to do this. We came back from a break. What you don't realize, a lot of people don't realize this because normal non-potheads think differently.
Or not.
Do you know they're using Facebook to sell drugs?
Yeah.
So, my brother, who's now retired, shaved head about my size, wears earrings, rides motorcycles, would pose as a drug dealer on Facebook and wear the little bandana over his face from his nose down so you couldn't see what he looks like, because that's what all of them are doing that are selling dope. But people were dumb enough to meet them in parking lots to do transactions.
Oh, no.
Wow.
That's a big no-no.
I mean, would you go buy drugs in a parking lot from somebody you don't know? I mean, are you that stoned?
All the time.
No, because you got, not only do you take a chance in it being someone, it being an officer, but you also take a chance in it being someone that's going to rob you.
I know, but look how close you are to chocolate donuts. So if you get stoned right there in the car from some weed you bought from somebody you didn't know that you met on Facebook, not to mention, I guess you have to friend them.
How stupid is that?
It's very stupid.
So you got to friend them.
It really, that's almost as dumb as buying it off Craigslist.
This is as dumb as that damn girl that went down to have sex with a 16-year-old and then try to call the police on him for stealing her money. I mean, come on, man.
Oh, I love it, man.
It's like how dumb are you? And I am so dumb that I'm willing to do this.
And
okay. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I also find it very stupid when you see people, and I bring this up because I saw someone's Instagram yesterday where in a picture she had posted 2 big nuggets of marijuana.
She keeps saying all these code high words that we don't know.
No, I think she just bought some
Quit
marijuana.
talking to us in code. We don't know what you're saying.
Did you just buy some stinky weed?
Some idiots that post pictures of the weed that they buy or the weed that they have or rolled up in a blunt, rolled up in a joint. That is stupid.
I know. I saw pictures the other day. We were scrolling and it was somebody that had shared like a friend of theirs picture, and it is somebody smoking a blunt, had a big, well, I guess what you'd call the bud in their hand, and their kid standing there. It's like, are you so stupid that you just said, DFAX, this is what I do when you're not looking.
Well, somebody got to carry the papers.
Oh my
So
God.
I just had a listener type, I have a friend who posts about selling prescription Lortabs or posting about wanting to buy them. I mean, are people that dumb?
Yes, they are. Now get this. You remember we were talking about kiosks that can renew your driver's license, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Guess what? There's one that dispenses marijuana.
Oh my God.
Yeah, in Colorado, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? Kia,
The world we live in is just so funny nowadays.
It is
freaking crazy. Why not just knock over the guy that restocks the kiosk? I mean, I'm a good guy. Look, I'm a good guy. 28 years of military, law enforcement, all that crap. I'm one of the good guys. If I wasn't a good guy, holy crap, I could come up with some really bad things to do to people. Because, okay, one, man, I'm not too worried about the renewing driver's license because it's all going to be encrypted anyways in the tag. But weed, dude, I'm just going to wait till you show up. I'm going to crack you on the head and drive off in your freaking weed mobile. Right? I mean, think about it. Well.
It's insane.
It just
So,
needs
like,
to be
look, how about
legalized.
this? If somebody's standing here watching you take money out of the ATM, what's next? Just like you said, they're going to watch you take weed out of that, and they're going to roll you to get your weed.
And there's no fear
roll you
there.
Meaning rob you.
There's no fear there. My buddy Ken, that you guys both
and they know most likely you're going to be
what?
stoned, so you're not going to run.
How big is Ken? 6'5", 3.5, 325.
Get to
He's like 6'6".
Just who cares? Go with it.
Okay.
Y'all two going to debate over size. Get to the point.
All right, people would try to rob him at an ATM. How insane? How big must your Cinco de Mayos be?
Hey, I went to Lowe's the other day. You remember last time I took money out of my machine at the bank? This time I was putting money in there, and I parked the bike. I get off. I go ahead and pull my shirt up over my gun so that everybody standing there sees me loaded, pack, and putting money in that machine, because we already know that I almost got robbed there last time. And in your mind, you say, why did you go back? Well, it's broad daylight. You want to believe you're not going to get robbed, but trying to get into the ATM machine on 138 is insane. So I'm willing to take that gamble. I guess I'm willing to take that gamble because I did it.
I don't know about you guys, but like Bank of America, you can take a picture of the check front and back, and
that's what I do. But you can't do cash that way.
No. I rarely am putting cash in my account.
You can't
very rarely
put cash in like that.
Yeah, let's take a picture of. Hand me $100 bill, Scottie, and let me take a picture of it so it can be deposited in my account.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Wouldn't that be funny? All right, let's go to commercial, everybody. We'll be right back. It's just fun in the morning.
They got vending machines for everything.
Yeah.
Seattle's got one too. Just got an awesome high-tech pot vending machine. They're in the airports, man.
Yeah, but it's not like you can leave that state with it.
Well, not only that, but a vending machine of any product is going to be because, okay, if you can buy it on a vending machine, and you know, in the dark web, they've been selling by AK-47.
Yeah, but that's the dark web. Nobody knows how to get to it and deal with it.
It's becoming more. But ever since the Silk Road stuff,
I don't know what Silk Road
is. eBay of the underworld.
Again, nobody knows. What do you mean?
Well, since it came out into the light, of course they shut down Silk Road, but now there's 8 million offshoot.
How do you get to it?
Nobody knows. It's when you say the dark web, there's still people. It's not like it's 5 people. Grumpy fucker.
You just did.
Yeah, people tell stuff like we're all supposed to know what you're talking about.
Well, how would I know what you don't know that I do
If
know?
I'm asking you, then that means I'm asking you.
But I don't know how to tell you to get to the dark web. The dark web is like the galaxies. It's like the universe. It's everything you've ever thought of.
I got to go get a NASA spaceship to try to get to it.
There's a get this. There's a vending machine company called Center Inc. Guess what they
Ink.
vending machines.
I just got. If you can start taking pictures of your money to deposit, I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm quitting my job.
Why? Why would you think that?
Making a joke about you keep taking pictures of the same $100 bill deposited
Exactly.
to your account.
Yeah.
He says I'm going to be a millionaire.
Forget that little thing called serial numbers.
Yes.
This vending machine company in Birmingham, Alabama, I love this. They sell vending machines. It's a vending machine company.
Really?
Yeah, they sell vending machine
know that,
companies
Mike.
through their
That's-
vending machines. Hey, man, you can buy a vending machine. We should have a vending machine.
Hey,
It's our life.
don't give it away.
No one's going to steal our idea. I play that damn stupid. We have cornered the market on it. Wasn't this the first video ever?
No, but it's the most. I think the first one ever showed is.
We'll find out.
Yeah, go type it. I know it did something. I can't remember. This may have been, but I think video killed the radio star.
Is this one you're going to have to
I couldn't remember. That's what I just said.
first?
Man, when MTV first came out.
It was the bomb.
Changed everything.
Yeah, but now look at it. They don't even play the videos.
They do it like the butt crack hours of dawn.
Butt crack hours. Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Video
video killed the radio star.
Oh, here it is. Okay, video killed the radio star was number one. Uggles. Then
Pat Benatar. You better run.
the Who. Isn't that freaking awesome?
You ain't seen the Who on
You haven't
MTV.
seen the Who on anything in freaking 30 years. Remember when we used to go to the midnight movie over at Stonecrest? Not Stonecrest. Belmont.
No, I never went to the midnight. Went to the midnight over at North Lake
Oh yeah,
to go see Rocky Horror Picture.
did it. We did it at Stonecrest. And North Lake was like 5 miles away, man. You know.
We are about to show you something that is going to make you run out. And we are about to show you something.
Is it too late to talk about farts?
912. Probably.
Because it was a funny. I was trying to get it in there, but we got on the weed thing.
All right, everybody, we're back. And we're still flipping through some TMZ. Here is a clip of them saying Britney Spears puts Photoshop rumors to rest because as of yesterday, something about she posted some Instagram picture that showed her in like a green bikini saying, hey, basically, I bought 3 bikinis. This is the one I like the most. And she did an Instagram picture. Well, now everybody's out there talking about it's Photoshop. So let's
We're about to show you something
She
that is
is
going to make you
beautiful.
run out and join a yoga class. Britney Spears, at the age of 34, the body is back.
This is so great, you guys, especially coming on the heels of her posting on Instagram not that long ago, her laying by the pool. And she got a lot of heat from people who said it was Photoshop, but now here she is in the flesh, totally killing it. Like there's a clear six-pack definition.
This is not just yoga though, right? This is the fact that she is on stage multiple nights a week in Vegas for her
yeah, I hear some people saying that, but honestly, we've seen the video from the show. She's not dancing that hard in that show.
But it's
right?
a lot of practice.
She doesn't dance that hard in the
it's
show.
Like 2 hours of nonstop dancing.
You can be barely like swaying side to side, but for 3 hours, that's going to be a workout eventually.
So you're admitting she's just swaying side to side. I'm just saying, I hear her talk a lot about her yoga regimen, and I look at these photos and I go, why isn't everybody like
Yeah,
that is.
I'm gonna look into yoga.
It's really awesome.
So kudos to her.
Yogurt
I just think
doesn't
it's
count,
funny.
Mike.
Yeah, yogurt doesn't count, Mike.
Yogurt?
Pardon me.
Have you seen the yogurt where you can throw the freaking like peanuts and broken up Reese's cup in there? And how can that be good for you?
I know.
It's
So it's just funny when you keep seeing them just keep going on and on and on. You know, it just goes to show it doesn't matter who does good. Somebody's always going to be trying to ride that raising hell. It's kind of like when we fed the homeless and everybody wanted to raise hell about us feeding homeless.
Everybody wants to fuss about something.
That's right.
You're always going to have haters no matter what you do. I mean,
because haters hate us because, well, they ain't us.
Well, you know, it's funny. I started the whole wanting to do the Charlie Challenge, Team Charlie Challenge, and I
tried to do the Charlie Sheen Challenge, but I was really scared of catching AIDS, so I stopped.
Well, I had haters saying that I was only wanting to do it for,
and I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford the prostitutes and the cocaine. It was just too much.
It is. It gets to be expensive.
I had to pick one or the other.
Yeah, I hate when having to be frugal.
I know. But anyways, yeah, they were hating on me because they said I was only doing it for publicity. And you're right. I'm doing it for publicity to get it out there that there's a shortage in blood platelets.
That's right. Isn't that stupid?
You're speeding to get to where you're going faster.
Well, it's like me when I have arguments when people keep saying, you need to quit making it look like Rockdale's so bad. I'm like, I'm bringing awareness to the people that live here so that because nobody else is telling them, you need to make sure your doors are locked. You need to start making sure you got security lights up. You need to try to start putting security cameras up. You need to pay attention when you're walking through the parking lot. Ladies, quit just staring at your iPhones and playing on your Facebook while you're walking through the parking lots because you would hate to be abducted. But yet I have people want to turn around and get shitty with me and tell me how much bad I'm doing. By what? By trying to make people know that their safety matters. I'm a bad guy for that. So for the 1 to 2 that keep saying it, you keep your opinions. I'm going to keep my opinions. But God knows if you get mugged, I don't want you to be surprised. Because
don't ever be that person.
Come on.
Yeah, don't ever be that person that thinks, oh, it's not going to happen to me.
Yeah.
Because that's when it's going to happen.
Hey, that lady that pulled up, it's been a couple months back, when she pulled up under her carport across the lake from me, when she got out of her car, excuse me, at a 10:30 on a Sunday night, I bet you, as she was probably telling her daughter, I love you, and she was getting off the cell phone, she had no idea there was going to be a guy standing there to shove a knife up at her butt, at her gut and her belly and say, give me your keys and give me your wallet.
Yeah,
I'm
really.
sure she did not know that just getting out of her car on a Sunday night could have cost her life.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to tell people, be aware of your surroundings and pay attention.
Well,
yes.
I got somebody telling me the other day, well, you know, it's not just our county. No, but this is the one I live in. So, of course, I'm going to talk about this and tell the people.
but Scottie,
freaking duh.
Oh, yeah.
But you're causing it.
Yeah, I'm causing it. Yeah.
Scottie, God, if you're just going to talk about where you live.
The people in Covington take care of Covington. The people in every area, you know, from 2014, when people kept reaching out saying, what can we do to help feed the homeless? And I'm like, we've got Rockdale covered, Henry County covered, Walton County covered, and Newton County covered. Cover your towns. Like, I already had a ton of people helping here, so I wasn't knocking them. But it's like, what can you do to help is try to stand up in your community and quit helping them take a paintbrush and paint pretty roses everywhere and start being real. That's the problem. Just be real.
Yes.
So,
but nobody wants to.
Well, everybody wants to hide, and I don't believe in hiding.
Well,
they want to hide it until it happens to them.
Yeah, right. Then it's in the.
And then they're going to want to scream and help.
Yeah,
or somebody they know.
I used to say all the time is, I've always been a real big proponent about kids being in child seats or in seatbelts.
Yeah.
And the unfortunate thing was on military bases, sometimes when there was big things that occurred, I used to have to go out there. You would see kids that got mangled up in car accidents. Okay. And guess what? Guess what the first thing the woman says was?
What?
Oh my God, Jesus, why'd this happen to me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, how about, why didn't you strap your child in the seat like you're supposed to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he wouldn't stay still.
That's what a restraint is.
Yeah, exactly. That's why they call it a restraint.
That's why it's got safety kid locks so that the kids can't unlock it.
It's wow. I don't know. Having trouble. Like I said, I'm perfectly okay with. Well, I go to some of these events and all that other junk, but you know what? At the Mill Street thing, everybody was so nice.
Yeah,
the weather was nice. People were nice. There wasn't, it rained like heck, but I thought that was kind of funny. But sometimes you go places, and I guess the other day the problem I had at that one restaurant with the guys being so loud, I guess they interpreted me as being that guy that was complaining. I guess they were looking at me like, dude, why do you go out someplace and not, drink and have a good time? So,
yeah, but the day you're talking about though is a Sunday afternoon, and you're sitting there with kids.
Mm-hmm.
I know, but that's my interpretation
but the owners of said establishment should have went out there and neutralized it and said, listen, this goes back to that thing I was saying. We're so busy trying to please the 4 people in the Honda Accord because we don't want to hurt their egos or their sensitivity level that will piss off 30-something in a bus to make 4 people happy.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So instead of going and telling the 5 or 6 dumbasses that are acting a fool at the restaurant to calm down.
Yeah, it was
because the family's sitting there. So you're willing to lose what? A family versus a couple of drunk guys.
Yeah.
Because the drunk guys are drunk. They're going to probably come back and get drunk again. But is this family member going to leave? Are these people from this family going to leave and then go tell all the people in all their subdivisions and their churches, don't go back to this restaurant because this is what they allow there? Well, so what is the bigger grand total here?
I can assure you that I would, after church, that's what that situation was. After church, whenever we decide as a group where we're going to go eat, I can assure you that restaurant will never.
Well, that's what I was going to say. You know what's going to happen now when everybody gets done eating? They're going to go, hey, Becky, where would you like to go to lunch today? Well, I tell you where we're not going because
exactly.
I had my 4 kids the other day, and this guy was screaming and drunk, talking about sex in front of my kids.
And I guess is it disrespect or is it just I'm so egotistical and loud and obnoxious? Because yesterday when I went to get my hair cut, but the fact of the matter is there was everything in there from the woman that takes care of my hair, who's a wild crazy girl, all the way up to an old man who I think he said he was 82,
right?
And he had like 9 hairs on his head, so I was ragging on him,
Right.
And I was like, dude, I hope they don't charge you full price, and get this. I noticed at first, I said, okay, this is a gamble. I'm a stand-up comedian.
Right.
I said, this is a gamble. I'm going to point this guy out. If he does not like it, I will back off. I'll be respectful. This dude busted laughing.
Right.
I saw every one of his rotten teeth. This guy was laughing his ass off, and that made his stylist laugh. And that means all the people waiting were laughing.
Right.
Am I wrong in doing that? Because I guess those guys thought they were doing the same thing at the restaurant.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I thought everybody had fun. I told everybody have a
what
great
I find
day
is when I have the 1 or 2 come at me that want to be nasty to me and try to tell me how I need to be. Well, guess what? The person I am is what's made me what I am. And where you may be one of 2 that want to complain and act the reject, there's 10,000 that love me. I mean, look, think about this. When we was at the concert the other night, think about almost everybody that I knew that rode motorcycles in Covington and Conyers and all over. We're all in Panama City. So most of the people that would have been in town for the Driving a Kind concert weren't. So I want you to imagine how many people did you see walk by that bus and say, hey to Scottie. So now, if everybody wants to tell me how wrong I am and how much you hate me, how many people came by that bus at that concert telling me, hey?
There's no way I could even everybody
that walked 1,500 people and everybody that walked by the bathroom. So you would say out of 1,500 people that walked to the bathroom, that walked past us, 1,500 people walked past us. On a percentage, what would you say said stopped and said, hey, Scottie? What's your percentage? Give a guess. There's no facts here that you have to present to Alex. What is your guess on percentages of 1,500 people that walk by that bathroom? How many people talk to me?
Including the people that work there, 90%.
So for the one or two that's listening to my show right now that wants to try to criticize me and tell me how to be, you're telling me 90% of 1,500 people like me.
Well, I don't know if they like you, but they did acknowledge you.
You're an ass.
I know.
They wouldn't have said hey to me if they didn't like me. They wouldn't even acknowledge me.
I'm trying, because I look at people, and when I was sitting there and we were cracking jokes, me and Variable Speed, my co-host, we were cracking jokes. Steph and Crystal were walking around having fun, and I tell you what, I'm trying, because I usually pick out the people that look like they have a hidden agenda,
right?
Just so I know who to keep an eye on. And remember, I pointed out the guy in handcuffs. Remember, I grabbed you.
Oh,
I grabbed you, and I said,
the guy that got arrested, the first one to get arrested.
See, look, right. And you were like, "Yep, first one." So I watched those people. I'm trying to think. Do you know that I would say close to 95% made at least eye contact and waved or giggled or grinned at something we were doing?
There you go.
And then I was sitting with Ashley.
My point is, though, out of the percentage of 1,500 people, I am so wrong.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm so wrong. Out of 1,500 people, I'm wrong. That's kind of like saying the people aren't wanting Trump. The people are the one voting to put him there.
Oh, God, I got to read some of these posts I'm getting.
Anyways, look, I just got this from somebody, a listener, that shows a Mexican in a sombrero with a lightsaber. Look at the picture. And I can't speak with the Mexican accent very good, but it says, I say May 4th be on Cinco de Mayo Day, and it will be called Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You're right. You can't do the Spanish
I told you I can't do the Spanish accents. You say it.
No.
You say with your Spanish accent, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I can't.
Denise does it better than any of it.
Yeah, Denise does it.
She probably hung out with a few.
You probably married a few.
Oh, shut up, you racist pig.
Travis, call
that made
in.
what you said worse than me.
Now, see, you know what? Saturday night I was sitting with Ashley too, and that
teaching her bad habits.
Yeah,
you don't need to teach Ashley how to pick up women.
We were cracking up. Whenever I'd stand up with that cone, she'd start laughing. Listen to me.
If we have no choice, you're on a microphone.
If they didn't know me,
and we have headphones on.
Damn right. If they didn't know me, they knew Ashley.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my gosh.
Everybody knows Ashley.
Everybody knows Ashley.
Can I ask then, did you use Ashley like the puppy dog at the beach?
Yes.
So you used a handicapped child to try to pick up women.
That's true.
Yes.
Of course. I knew better.
Wow.
Look, let me tell you something.
You're not
Ash.
You're not what?
Ash knew.
No longer are you being left alone with my child.
Ashley knew. She was
is hilarious.
She was wingman it for me.
As we all know.
Oh, of course.
I think that's hilarious.
She was wingman. We were having fun. And the thing with the cones and stuff like that, people, I think people came back and forth to go to the bathroom, which was right over there by us.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of being in bad moods, I think
just for fun,
us goofing off, put them in good.
Hey, man, what's going on?
Well, hey, man.
Hello, Alex.
Sorry, I haven't been listening to the show.
You've not missed much. It's been a show about nothing, but you probably could have fed us the information we needed about what a kilo of marijuana cost.
I have no idea.
Why
the hell is everybody so
a
scared?
dime bag is 10 cents. So whatever that is.
Man, that what year? 1970?
Isn't that why it's a dime bag?
That's what you would think, right?
Clearly, that was
Anyway,
another citizenship quiz.
Something happened today.
Yeah,
and
let's hear this.
You might want to let your friends know. The FDA released their full guidance for electronic cigarettes, their full regulations. They completely ignored any science related to tobacco harm reduction, and the regulations will remove 99% of the products off the market in 2 years.
Did you share it?
I've shared it on Facebook.
Okay, I'm going to copy it and paste it on the.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this it right here? The FDA's regulations, and it says Amazon knows. I guess that should be news.
That's a link to the PDF on Amazon's storage server. Yeah, it's not good. I'm certain there's going to be a massive lawsuit to try to get it overturned. Whether it'll be successful, who knows?
Right.
But yeah, they're going to require anything that came onto the market after 2007, which is everything.
I was about to say, when did it come out?
Yeah, which is everything. Will have to go through a pre-market authorization, which they estimate will take 5,000 hours per application and about $500,000. They're going to require a pre-market authorization for every single item. So every flavor of e-liquid at every strength level, every battery, every atomizer, every coil. Some vendors have thousands of products which will each require a pre-market authorization. Well, obviously nobody can afford to do that, so they'll just be taken off the market.
Or squeeze. It's a pinch play. Just like in hockey, it's a pinch play.
Yeah.
If you try to do the right thing, you'll end up with the wrong.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
and the funny thing is, the regulations are so all-encompassing that even, I use a size of battery. It's an 18650 battery. The FDA have claimed purview over those, even though they can also be used in I use them also in a flashlight.
Right, and I was fixing to say there's so many people now popping up saying that because they upsized some batteries, it's caused fires and e-cigarettes to blow up in pockets and in front of hands and mouths and blah 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 blah. So this is probably another way that they're going to try to control that.
Yeah, well, they're like I said, they're claiming purview over the batteries.
Right.
So, anyway, and the way it's written, anybody that makes an 18650 battery will have to go file an application with the FDA to keep their battery on the market. It's crazy. So yeah,
it's a shame.
Yeah, now I'm going to say it again. Had all of these retailers got together and joined their state organizations and fought back against this, it may not have happened, but nobody got involved in the fight.
Man,
of all the vape shops in Georgia, I think only about 30 belong to the GSFA. It's ridiculous. And this is what happens in 2 years, that they will all pretty much be out of business.
And that's where they're taking control, to gov.
Right. Well, now their only option now will be to join their local state organization, pool that money together, and file a lawsuit and go fight this. So if they don't join now, they may as well just get ready to close your doors in a couple.
So
of years,
I'm assuming Tuesday night now you're going to be throwing this across the
I'll
airways.
be talking about it. Yeah,
I
mean honestly we've expected it because the FDA has had these regulations in the works for 4 years now probably. They've been delayed, which kind of gave hope that, hey, maybe they're looking at the science. Maybe they're going to take a common sense approach to this. But no, hell no. Quite the opposite. Again, in typical government fashion, no common sense whatsoever.
Right.
And it is really weird because last week the Royal College of Physicians released their report. Now, these are the people in England who did the original studies on tobacco cigarettes and released their findings, which the U.S. Surgeon General used as justification to put his warnings on cigarettes and regulate the tobacco industry. So these aren't science nerd types, science fair type nerds. These are the big boys of science. Well, they last week published their study, which said these things are at least 95% safer than tobacco, and they need to be recommended to every single smoker.
Right.
The FDA ignored that entirely.
Well, I know somebody, one of the state guys or city officials, I can't remember because I just caught a glimpse of it on Channel 2 the other day, is starting to say that they are going to introduce something about banning people from vaping in areas, just like, in other words, when it says no smoking, that means no vaping too.
Yeah. I think we're going to see that more and more. The city of Clarkston is currently in the middle of that fight.
Yeah.
I've invited their mayor to come onto my show. I haven't heard back because he got into a fight on Twitter about it the other day. I said, come on the show, talk about it. He's a friend of Oz's, apparently. So, I don't know. I think we're going to see a lot more of that, these local fights, especially now that the FDA have put up their regulations. And I'm not, I don't care about.
Well, it's just like when we was at the debate, you were outside and your vape, would you call it a mist, blew over towards that lady. She said, you just blew your smoke in my face. And you were like, it's not smoke, it's just a vape.
Said, yeah, it's vapor, not smoke. But here's the thing. I went outside.
That's right.
Yep.
I didn't vape in the VFW. So, you know what? Pick your battles, lady.
Yeah.
How stupid is that?
Well, it's just that, it's like, come on, man. I think everybody, the wussification of America. I think it's just so stupid now. Let's not tell people about people breaking in places because we don't want people getting offended. It's like when I made the comment that we should be letting people know about this gang that's underage kids that are breaking in houses that aren't getting any punishment. And I'm told, well, as long as the police know about it. You don't think the American citizens have a right to know, and even just to say the citizens of our county should know, that while they're at work, making that almighty money to pay that almighty tax dollar to help fund this county, you don't think they should know that while they leave, it's like leaving a herd of sheep with no sheepdog. While they're at work, their houses are just victims, just waiting to be attacked.
Okay, I'm not sure what that has to do with this vaping issue.
No,
okay.
What I was saying is I'm bringing up the fact that there's so much out there that people want to fight over and not take care of. The county's doing things like we're wasting all this precious time trying to say, well, let's not do this and let's be mamsy-pamsy about some little bit of vape dust going in the air.
Oh, instead of dealing with actual issues.
Right, you're dealing with this. Let me tell you something. Clarkston. So you just said the mayor of Clarkston. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know that my daughter now lives in Clarkston, has her apartment, she goes to college?
Yep.
They just went across the news last night about how horrible their crime rate is. I mean, period. It was right there on Channel 2, WSB Channel 2. The map of Georgia pops up. The county of Clarkston is in high yellow where everything else is in green. Big red dot star right there in the middle, and they're talking about how bad Clarkston is. Okay, Mr. Mayor. So instead of that being an issue, we're going to make an issue over some vaping.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see
what are we doing, people?
Yeah, I agree.
It blows my mind. Instead of us focusing on putting out the information that needs to be out there, we're going to play with this. Deal with the lesser of the two evils because it's easier.
Easy.
Everybody's taking the easy way instead of the right way.
Yeah, I mean, it's an easy victory for these people because it's so easy to compare it to smoking.
Well,
and
okay,
as soon as you compare it to smoking, you get public support.
Let's look at it this way. And I'm going to make this sound very wimpy, but it's because I want it to sound very wimpy. Most vapors are not going to be the Harley Davidson gun-toting guys. Right? Let's just say it out loud. They're mostly going to be smoking their cigarettes.
Yes.
So you're not attacking them. you're going to go after the yuppies.
Yeah.
Who are probably not going to stand up and scream a whole lot. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Instead of going after crime, you're going to go after the yuppies who aren't going to throw rocks and sticks and throw temper tantrums. You're going to go after the people that are more than likely going to compromise with you and bow down to you.
Yeah, you're right, because they had a public hearing about this in Clarkston, and it was advertised well. Everybody knew it was coming. The GSFA showed up. An advocate from out of state, or a couple of them from out of state, even showed up. But do you know how many local vapors showed up?
Yep.
Zero.
We'll just vape somewhere else.
Yeah, none. Zero showed up to the hearing.
I don't want to be inconvenienced, nor do I want to inconvenience anyone else.
That's funny that that somebody fussed at Alex at the debate for blowing the mist.
And I was outside. I even went outside to
and
vape.
he was outside when it happened.
Well,
it's just funny. It's just funny how wussy we have become.
Well, I was actually outside with Duh when she was smoking, and
a real cigarette.
Yeah, she was smoking a real cigarette.
But that's the classification. I wanted to make sure we're that people know he's smoking vape. She was on a cigarette.
But
do you even call his smoking? It's not even referred to as smoking. It's vaping.
But
please blow your water vapor over somewhere else.
There was two gentlemen.
Please don't crop dust me.
You're making my fries soggy.
All right, so she was smoking a real cigarette.
You're freezing my hair.
She was smoking a real cigarette, but she was away from the door. I was standing at the door. There was a truck that was parked next to the door with two older gentlemen on the other side of it, and they were smoking cigarettes.
Right.
And it just so happens that as I was fixing to say something to Duh, I opened my mouth to say something, and one of the aldermen blew his smoke out, and I got a mouthful. And I mean, I started choking. I got his smoke in my mouth.
It just is what it is.
I didn't say nothing. I just started coughing and came back in the building and got something to drink. And
it is what it is.
But it's just funny that a percentage of people believe it's okay for them to complain and be nasty, but they don't believe other people have the same right. And that blows my mind.
Right.
And it is what it is.
You know what I keep saying? When you believe that your rights should be allowed to infringe on my rights, that's when we have a problem.
Absolutely.
Yep.
But that is such a fine line.
Oh, is that
you know what? I'm still reading here, and it looks like it's even worse than the 2 years. It looks like the market will be frozen 90 days from May 10th. So you're not going to be able to put any new products in your store after May 10th.
To dumb this down as simple as possible, after May 10th, you're saying a lot of these juice vape shops, whatever, aren't going to be allowed just to sell their vape anymore.
So 90 days from May 10th. So let's say August 10th, they will not be allowed to bring in any new products. They'll only be able to sell the products they have that they already sell. So anything that new comes to market, they will not be allowed to have. Then 2 years after that, 99% of the products will be banned because they will not have received their pre-market authorization.
So are we going to be able to stop eBayers from ordering stuff from China?
No, of course not. In fact,
we're just going to have the mail carriers doing it though.
Yeah, honestly, in advance of this, I've been going online and looking for places to purchase pure nicotine so I can mix my own liquids.
Wow,
I know somebody that can help
you. I found a bunch of places where I can buy it.
I got a friend that does it. So.
Wow, man, it just goes to show that they're getting serious. Now, in your opinion, and strictly your opinion, do you see this as a way of the government trying to control it, or do you see it as the government saying, I can make revenue off of this?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
I discussed this on my show, and to me, it comes down to money.
Yeah.
First of all, they're trying to protect all these public health groups get a lot of money from big pharmaceutical companies, right? They get grants and are given budget money from big pharma. Well, big pharma make Nicorette and they make Chantix, and they want to protect that. Electronic cigarettes are a direct threat to those quit smoking drugs.
Right.
Number two, Number two was the tobacco settlement in the 90s, where hundreds of billions of dollars is given to the states each year as part of the settlement that, you know, the big tobacco companies made. The rule with that, though, is as the rates of smoking decrease, so does the amount of that money. And so they have the states have to protect that money, that tobacco settlement money. So the more people that smoke, the more beneficial it is to the state. Well, electronic cigarettes are obviously a direct threat to tobacco also. For me, it all comes down to money. Then you've got politicians that get, you know, they get campaign donations from big pharmaceutical companies, and they have to protect that. So to me, it's all money.
Wow. Well, and that's why I figured I'd ask the opinion, because, you know, the stereotype of all conversations is, do you realize how much money that could be made off of the revenue of legalizing marijuana? So, and I'm not saying one is better than the other, but instead of them chasing that, they're now chasing this.
Yeah, well, obviously these regulations also put the states in a great position to start, because the FDA are regulating these the same way they regulate tobacco cigarettes.
Right.
So now states now have a justification to say, well, then we're going to tax them just like tobacco cigarettes.
So now we're going to start taxing vaping. So in your opinion, they're already doing it to tobacco. Excuse me. They're already doing it to alcohol. They're doing it to tobacco. Now they're going after the vape. Do you think this is just one step closer to being able to say, now that we're doing vaping, we should proceed on into doing the legalization of marijuana?
It's possible. I mean, that's going to happen here in Georgia sooner rather than later. Anyway, you know, they've already legalized the what is it, the THC liquids or whatever it is for medical use. We're one small step away from full legalization, and yeah, they're going to want to tax the bejesus out of it, just like Colorado have done. And look at the revenue Colorado's pulling.
Yes.
Yeah, they said it was in the billions already.
Yeah, massive amounts of revenue. It's enough. They've made enough money that they offer free public transportation to the entire city of Denver.
Can you imagine how good the school systems could maybe improve around here with the kind of funding that would be allowed to have? I mean, maybe we could get some good police cars. Maybe we could get higher paid police officers, which would keep some of our officers and or get more.
Yeah,
here I'm gonna say this.
A lot of sorry, Mike, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was going to say this, that type of money would help the educational system, but unfortunately, I don't think it's a money issue with the Rockdale County education system.
I don't think
you
it's
throw
a
money at it all day long.
Public schools in general. Look, we have the state lottery, which funneled billions of dollars into the schools, and we're still not doing that great.
Yeah, but I was thinking maybe if we had better paying positions for these teachers, maybe we'd have better teachers.
Probably just have more corrupt administrators.
What's the average here in Georgia, Mike, for teachers? Isn't it close to 50 grand, the average pay?
Well, if that may be their topping out, they would have to have a lot of
I had looked it up, the average pay, because, you know, in Detroit, they were fighting for more money and whatnot. The average pay for a teacher in Detroit was $62,400. So 62,000. I think here it was more like 36,000, 34,000.
No, I'm looking at it now. The starting pay for a Georgia certified teacher is 40, and the average pay is 53.
Okay, so I got them backwards.
Jacob's old lady's going to want to be here quick.
So I wouldn't say they're underpaid by any means.
Yeah, I fully.
We pump 10 times more money into our schools than any other nation. So.
Well, and you know,
I don't think money's the problem.
I can't tell you how many times previously I walked through schools and I saw rooms full of computers and just not being used. And then now my son, my youngest, who's 13, he has an iPad, which I think is an amazing, brilliant idea. But the thing about it is he had to turn that thing in like 2 weeks ago. So this week he has finals, and next week he has finals. He's done, but the way he's having to study is go online. There's probably some kids out there that don't have good Wi-Fi and stuff.
Right.
So,
I wonder why he had to turn it in before finals.
So they can be accounted for, and I don't know what you Apple guys call it, but like factory reset.
Yeah. But you think they would let them keep them through finals so they can use them to study and shit?
You know, I think they're trying to figure out how to work it because it's only been a couple of years.
A new system.
Doing that, you know? Yep. But thank God we're not cutting down trees to print books where boundary lines and
I agree with that. I agree with that. If we can find a new way to wipe our butts, can you imagine the paper save there?
Yeah.
I
use
think,
our toes.
You know, utilizing technology for our kids is a great idea, but again, you know, I don't think pumping money at the schools will make the schools better. I think our schools have a discipline problem. My idea is for every kid that acts up in school, you send their parents a bill for the time that was wasted and to reimburse the taxpayers. If they can't pay the bill, then they do community service to pay it off. I promise you the trouble in schools was end.
Yeah, parents start whooping their kids' ace.
Most of these people are terrified of a bit of hard work, and if they had to do community service to pay for the sins of their little brats, trust me, their little brats would be
instead of
school.
Instead of an after school detention, they get sent outside to pick up trash.
Shoot, cut the grass in August. You know the deal.
That's what I was going to say. You get after school, you got to walk around and rake leaves and cut. Yeah.
I'm allergic.
The parents should get that.
Yeah,
the parents should either reimburse the taxpayer for the time their kids are wasting, or they should have to go do some damn community service and clean up their communities. Look at all the free labor Oz Nesbitt would get to clean up.
I know.
Everything.
I know.
Anyways, just
all right, brother. Let us go to a commercial real quick. Thanks for calling in.
All right,
man.
All right, bye. All right, everybody, hang tight. We got to go to a commercial. We'll be right back.
The smell of paint makes me sick.
Don't get lead poisoning. Remember? That's a new one now.
Is this fuzzy stuff asbestos?
No. Okay.
It was that, or one of us just kicked the table.
I'd pay money to see that.
I've now drank that whole thing of coffee and that whole thing right there in that blue cup. And
of coffee?
My coffee and that blue cup hold the same amount. I've drank both of those this morning.
In coffee though.
No, coffee was the coffee cup, and then that's Mio.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying I've just drank those two amounts. That's why I'm like wanting to pee every 5 minutes because I drank.
When's the last time you saw that?
Nobody. So do you know what that meant? That was another big truck that drove by our house that made that noise, because that's the sound like when the tires are woo, 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 and they hit a bump. They sound like that.
Last time you saw it. I drank 2 of those
You haven't.
before I go to church. I have one in church.
And I just got a text message that they're going to be there tomorrow to replace my
air.
The air.
How about you?
So send a message about, is she going to be here? Ma'am, sorry.
Okay, because your
air and roof.
Oh, it's fixed. Well, roof is most hopefully going to be replaced.
How long does it take to do that?
Hold please. AC guy came and did find that it had a leak last night. But now he just topped it off, and he's got to come hopefully today to do a pressure test. But he says it's going to take a little bit to do it, because he's like, if he finds the leak, he then has to drain it from the Freon, to contain it, to fix the leak, to then pump it back in.
Yes, because if not, it would.
So he's like, it'll take a couple hours.
Is he going to charge him?
Yes, no, maybe. If there's a part inside the unit that's messed up, due from when the compressor went bad, then he'll have to replace it. It's under warranty, but I'll have to pay for him to replace it. But if it's just a leak in anything that he had just fixed, then no. Well, I got to go back to we're at 9:52. I mean, got 7 minutes.
All right. So where the belts go, they did it wrong, and it was touching a hose. So after driving it for 2 weeks,
I got you. It tears everything up.
It cuts a hole in the hose and starts spraying out. When I brought it over there, they fixed it, handed me a bill.
Oh, I'm sure.
I was like, no.
That's
And
not how
like,
it works.
He's like, well, you got to at least pay for labor. I went, no.
You did something incorrect.
You put the belt on the wrong side of the freaking hose. It's not my fault.
That's like when.
All right, hang on. We're going live. That might have been what I heard with some movement right there.
Oh.
And we're back.
So, what's everybody doing today?
Tomorrow's what day?
Friday.
Okay, Doug said she can be here tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
Text her though and tell her thank you.
Okay,
After
so
the
she
show.
answers you.
After the show. No, I texted her like an hour ago.
Oh, okay.
Have you texted her yet?
Yeah, I texted her.
Okay.
And she didn't.
Well, she may have just because I had already sent a text at 9:10.
Oh, well, she.
Anyways, Mike, what? Where are we at?
Well, y'all were talking about something about cars, and I was just gonna say, my stepmother had got a brand new car, and it was a brand spanking new car. And you know how when you first get the car, you have to do the oil change because it has that oil that's only good for the break-in oil. So she takes it to a
break-in oil is still the same oil.
It's oil. I just want you to come back.
I love the way you said that though. It has that special oil in there, the break-in oil.
Yeah, the one that you're only supposed to go like
tires equalize
1,500 miles on or whatever. Anyways,
and that special oil.
Yeah, it's green because that matters.
All right, keep going.
So she goes to this.
Henry's going to be sending me a message in a minute about the pilot light again. I already know it. Go ahead.
Well, she goes to this store. It was like a Jiffy Lube, but it wasn't a Jiffy Lube. But I'm just using that as a.
So just say an oil change place. Thank you, please, God.
She goes to this oil change place, and it's a brand new Z34, brand new. And she goes back and gets her car. She's going down the road, and all of a sudden the motor just explodes.
Cool.
They took the oil out. They put the new oil in, but they didn't put the oil plug.
But they did turn yourself around.
Wow.
And then they had the nerve.
There's like one on 78 that did that to my dad's car, and another one that was done to one of my other family members that they didn't do the very same thing.
Well,
but these people didn't even put oil in.
How about they leave the dipstick out? I love that one. You go check it, and there's no dipstick, and you're like, "What the hell?" You drive back, and as soon as you pull up, there's a guy walking out with the dipstick.
But see, they wanted her to use it to use replacing the motor under her warranty, and she's like, "No,
not because you dumbassed it.
You did this.
You dumbassed it, and you want me to warranty it?
Is that a technical term?
Yeah, because I mean, she had only
yes,
had
it goes right next to one manner when you're discussing a bathroom.
She had only got.
Sorry, I have my own words I use. It's
one
Scottie lingo.
Manner.
Yeah, there's a one manner bathroom. It's a one manner.
She had only had the car like.
It only holds one man. It's a one manner.
Yeah, she had only had the car like 2 days when this happened.
Man,
one transcender.
So,
or would that be a transcender? Bum bum bum.
Or just a defender. Or offender.
Oh, so I saw where
you
said you saw Batman versus Superman. And
oh my God.
So it really sucks.
It's sad.
It really is.
It is.
Wonder
sad.
Woman wasn't even cool.
It's bad.
It's sad. That movie is just
So Ben Affleck sucked.
No, I mean he did good. Wonder Woman did good. Superman did good. But the problem is the story with these people was just bad.
They all did
they
good
tried
in
to,
other movies.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. They overwhelmed it with a bunch of fighting to make up for the lack of a story.
Hey, we don't have a story. Let's fight.
Like they were so busy trying to make it a maybe this is just my opinion. They were so busy trying to make it about a Batman movie, even though they both were in it the same amount. But they didn't make Batman shine, and they didn't make Superman shine. Like there was none of the music. Like when Superman really enters the room, there was nothing highlight. I mean, it was just not right. It was made a little more dark and dreary, but I still say you should have left Christian Bale in it. You should have left the storyline. The problem is by leaving the same Superman in the same Lois Lane.
The
storyline doesn't match. The Lex Luthor doesn't match, not because it's not the same actor. It's because it doesn't go with what's already happened in previous movies. And
and the attitude and everything else. I hate when they do that crap.
I don't know.
Why don't they sign these
It was a disappointment. And the problem is anybody that really watches the movies and pays attention to the movies realizes what you didn't go with the movies. And everybody says, no, this one was all about the comic book. That's BS because all the people that are into the comic book says this movie was horrible.
Oh, yeah, they were the first ones.
They were the first ones to say how bad it was.
It's unfortunate.
It just sucks. And then they let I can't tell you, Steph. You just got to see it.
No, go ahead.
No.
It sucks.
No, you're not going to want to hear this.
You've seen
If I
Deadpool.
tell you the ending, you're going to hate me.
I won't.
They let Superman be dead.
How do you kill Superman?
And at the very last 1 second of the movie, they got him buried. Lois walked up and threw the handful of dirt on top of the casket. The camera pans down. The movie looks like the screen's fixing to go black. And all of a sudden you see like four grains of dirt. 4 grains rise up about 3/8 of an inch and the screen goes black. I actually had to rewind it 3 times to tell myself, did that dirt really move? Because in my mind, I'm like, you can't end a movie like this. Like he's going to shoot out of oh my God, the movie's done. And I'm like, wait a minute, did that dirt move? So I rewind it and I'm looking at it and I'm like, it kind of moved. Let me rewind. Yeah, it moved. So they just leave. Ugh.
Well,
I bet you all the superhero fans are pissed. But the only good thing is because it's called the Dawn of Justice.
Yeah.
They introduce 3 characters. The 4th character, you can't figure out who it is because of the way they did it. But they introduced Wonder Woman, Aquaman, the Flash. But now the 4th, you can't really tell who it is, and unless you go into a forum or something and research, you're probably not going to know who the 4th one is.
Who do you think it is?
I don't know.
Okay.
Do you?
No.
Why do you roll your eyes like that?
Because I don't know.
Oh, okay. I would like to know, but I don't know.
I'm sure somebody out there knows.
It's probably Robin.
Yeah, no.
But they did show a person that resembles Robin in another part. I'm telling you, the storyline is horrible. Like there's a scene where Batman, like the scene just switches to another scene, and it was almost like our ADD radio where the subject gets changed, and you're like, what the hell happened? And you're watching this movie, and I rewind it, and it jumps to the scene again. I'm like, is this a bad part of the movie? And then all of a sudden, it shoots to the fact that it looked like it was a dream, and I'm like, oh my Jesus Christ! I thought something was wrong with the movie.
Well, I'm curious to see how Suicide Squad's gonna do.
I thought that was introduced in this movie.
I thought it's not?
No, I never saw a Suicide Squad in this movie. So what movie is that one supposed to be for?
I guess just Suicide Squad.
Mike, any idea?
I
thought that was part of this movie.
Lost.
I didn't see any of it.
I mean, I thought
that's what I was asking.
I thought that's where the Joker.
I thought that's where all that was going to be introduced to.
I like the Flash. It's pretty good. Aquaman, that's got to be a bad joke, right? Wonder Woman, hot. I don't like Affleck. Now I do like Deadpool though.
Yeah, there'll be another Deadpool.
Yeah, definitely.
I think they should do a Deadpool with Deadpool and Hancock, not versus each other, but them together battling other things. I think would be cool.
So y'all did get to see Deadpool?
Oh yeah, God, yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah. But it's not a kids movie.
Oh my God, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Believe me, Avatar's is bad. Hey, now I know I was a little late this morning. Did you guys happen to mention all the raging wildfires up in Canada?
No, you came in right at the start time again. I just stopped the start time and wait till you start getting here.
Oh, okay. There's like 80,000 residents who fled Fort McMurray up in Alaska due to wildfires.
Right.
They've got there's over 250 of those guys. You know, those fire jumper dudes,
right?
That just travel around the country, freaking risking their lives.
And that's what they
for
do.
Us, you know? And from what I understand, those guys don't really get paid too well.
They don't get paid that great.
Yeah. All right. Well, right now they say the fires have extended over 24,000 acres. And the pictures they're showing, you know what the pictures they're showing are basically what I would anticipate hell looks like, because they're just fires raging in every direction and there's smoke and confusion. So my prayers go out to those folks. You know,
yeah, man, that's horrible.
Have you guys ever?
How about they said that
that?
90,000 people had to leave the city and they all had to evacuate on one road, and they were just talking about how bad it was as everybody's trying to evacuate on one friggin' road.
You guys ever had
one
to
road to leave this town?
A fire that decimates your home or anything? I've never had to deal with that.
I've had cousins, and it was terrible. As there were brothers in 2 different times. Within a 10-year period, one brother's house caught on fire, and then a few years later, the other brothers, and they didn't even live near each other. It just coincidence.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Just coincidence that both of them.
My brother caught our house on fire.
I mean, I got in trouble for trying once when I was an itty bitty little guy. I got mad at my parents, but can't really start a brick on fire. I tried them, but to lose everything. Oh, your pictures, your clothes. Oh, yeah. That doesn't sound like much fun to me. And who would think there would be a wildfire in Canada?
Hey.
Hey.
Bad, dude. Sorry, I can't help it. I'm that guy. I'm sorry. I can't help it.
Too soon?
It's just like what I said. Like I said when Steve tried to use my line about the first person game. I'm like, it's who I am. If you can't pretend to be me, I'm sorry. Good luck.
Hey. Welcome to the mountains, eh?
I couldn't help it.
See that right there?
I had just used the satellite imaging the other day and looked down at how, where cities were in Quebec. Holy cow. A lot of trees.
Yeah, man.
Little bitty dots that you zoom in and it will be, like DeKalb County size maybe. And then the rest of it's trees. It's unbelievable.
I was going to say, hey, yo.
Hey.
We like to have trees on our mountains too, man. So go Canucks.
You're going to make me go watch Strange Brew, man. It's been forever since I watched
I can't believe I said that and you went, yo.
All right, look, we got to get out of here.
Yeah, yo. Come back, okay?
Yeah, that's not funny. No, it is funny. No, yeah, it is. Okay.
Yo, yay.
All right, we're out. Everybody have a good day.
Deuces.
We got things to do, people to see, hands to
Yeah,
shake.
I'm hungry. I need
Babies
food.
to shake, hands to kiss. We need some kids. Let's get some cubbies and have a sleep.
So we will see y'all later on, everybody. Have a great day. It's just for fun in the morning. Say bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
I muted you when you said you needed some kids.
Foxhole Support Network. Help us out.
Later, Utes.
Bye, y'all.
See y'all later.
Yo, eh?
Be good, man.
See ya.
Bye. You know what they're saying,
Sayonara.
China.